push out a notification that you're on.
Okay. I think I was prompted to let my followers know that I'm live on your channel.
Oh, okay. That already happened. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Sweet. Well, thank you.
Oh, that sandwich looks good.
Yeah, this is a pepper jack grilled cheese sandwich with bacon. You cannot see the cheese much, but I used an inordinate amount of bacon in this sandwich. Even though the bread is overdone, I can tell that too. But despite that, it was really good. It was really good. But Aaron says hi, Jade.
Oh, yep. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
I don't know if Aaron can hear me, but
I think Aaron can hear us. Yeah, I mean, I do have to check with chat sometimes because sometimes I lose my audio sources when we start streams, so I have to make sure that we can hear. Okay, cool. Glad you can hear Aaron. There's Aaron. Follow Aaron. One of the awesomest mods of Twitch. Just an awesome person in general, honestly. But, all right. So, yeah, that's great. And how was the day job, so to speak, today?
It's a day job.
That's about what I would say. I hear that.
I mean, I have this emote. It's called Teany, and that's basically sums up my feelings.
I think folks in your field would sympathize with that emote too. Yeah, because I think there are other folks who do the sort of thing that you do. That also, there are ups and downs. I guess it's the best way I could put it. But nice. Yeah, big times. But it's been fun meeting you. Like just the first time, I think I met you before I even went to your stream. Like I met you over in San Diego during the whole Twitch concert thing, and it's been awesome getting to know not just yourself but like others in your field, which is really great. Which I mean, I can suspect that you have a similar bonding with others in what you do in ASMR.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Wait, can they hear me right now?
Oh yeah. So just to be.
Oh, okay. Well, hi everyone. It's it's good to good to be chatting with you. So yeah, I mean, we met at TwitchCon, and honestly, I have Subtracticat to thank for kind of introducing me to the music community, because I had no way of knowing anybody from the music community. I was just kind of like a brand new Twitch partner, and I didn't really have any friends to hang out with, but Subby and I have been really good friends, and so that's kind of what we did.
That's really kind of Subby to do that. Yeah, I mean, and what a cool guy to do such a thing. Like, I think that's one of the cool things about our friend Subtracticat is like, Subby is very well connected, and I think it's nice that he shared those connections with you. And Rothgard, it's good to see you. Rahoma, good to see you. Let's get some shout outs to both. But Subby do be amazing. And obviously it goes without saying, I met Subby too, and yeah, a lot going on. Charles Golgi, well, it's very nice to see you too. I think it's about time to start. I don't want to keep people from all the good content we have. This is going to be a great exploration, folks. So definitely worth your all to stay with us. And let's do the thing. Here we go.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Let's see.
Hello, everyone, and what? I'm giving away some of my Sandwich of the Week content. Welcome to the Sandwich Show. My name is Davey. I'm a variety streamer based in Los Angeles, and it's really nice to see you all again. we feature other content creators throughout the world every single week on this program, and tonight's guest is a great one. Like we are really excited to venture into the world of ASMR, and we're gonna do so. And before we do, though, I do want to mention we have a community challenge, and you'll see some details there in chat about it. Feel free to put in some points to that community challenge. We are getting close. We are like within 31% of the goal, so we're really excited. But now, I would like to introduce all of you to the winner of the Coziest ASMR Streamer at the ASMR Awards last weekend, teanyheals. What's going on, Jade? How's it going tonight?
Hello. It's going pretty good. Pretty good. I can't complain. I'm honestly really happy to be here, and it's an honor to be on your show. So thanks for having me.
Well, the honor is mine. I mean, honestly, thank you for coming on the show too. This has definitely been one of the, this is one we've been looking forward to for a while, because I think one of the things I learned about when I joined Twitch was that there was an ASMR streaming category, and I wondered what it was. And I mean, you hear about it, you hear that, before I actually saw an ASMR stream, I always thought, oh, it's just like whispering things, like it's crunching and chewing and stuff and things like that. But I'm sure there's a lot more to that as you get into in the field of work that you do. But if you were to explain ASMR to a layperson who did not know the term, like what would be your way of explaining it to that person?
I mean, I could spout off the scientific response, which, it's kind of like cookie cutter. So I'm just gonna put it the way that I know. If you've ever been to the barber, or we're gonna go with that one. If you've ever been to the barber shop and the hairdresser is kind of messing around with your hair and kind of like massaging your scalp in a way, if you get chills from that, you're experiencing ASMR. But ASMR in the context of what I do is it basically does the same exact thing, just without any sort of physical contact. And I think that is so cool, and it's such a phenomenon, and I'm glad that we found it, because ASMR is fairly new. I think like within the last 10 years is when it really had been discovered and there was a name put to it. So this is all new territory.
Yeah, you're right. And as I mentioned a little bit ago, like I think I didn't even know what it was until I joined Twitch, and now seeing it's an entire scene, it is really exciting, and it's very inventive too, which is really great. And Tammy, I do want to thank you for the 6-month resub. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and thank you for the new follows: Jason, Shadow King 13, Charles, Jalogli, and then earlier, thanks to your shout out last night. Thank you so much for the shout out, Glitter Girl Rev, Zomskis, and Sprawl Pilled, and Zoriku Umberon. Thank you so much for all the follows, everybody. And I mean, you're very right about that. It is remarkable. You can do that without sound, because like usually you can, like if you put, like, for example, if you put a cold soda on someone's back, that creates a response. You definitely feel tingles from that. Doing it with sound is it's kind of amazing. Like, so what was your discovery as far as doing it as a streamer? Has that always been something that you mentioned? This is relatively new, but how would you describe your journey towards starting ASMR as a service in so many words?
Okay, so before I get into this, do you want the full story, like the 7-year-long journey story, or do you want the ASMR journey? Yeah,
that's a great. I think I'll let the chat make a decision on that. I mean, it depends on how much time you have tonight too. So if you've got the time, we will take it. But otherwise, I'll let you make your judgment on that. I do want to say hello to Quinn Leaf, Jason Shadowing, Kinnicoat 17, and Rothgar Aurora and Rahoma. So good to see you all here. Fuzzmaster Elite 1 as well. Quinn Leaf says ASMR helps my mental health, sleep, and anxiety, which is phenomenal, fantastic, and I love that. You mentioned in your channel description that it is great to pair with sleep. And what would be what is it about ASMR that's specifically tailored to sleep? Is it just simply the the manner in which it's presented, because I know on stream you are generally not talking at a normal volume. So it's just it's kind of it's is it that is that the process for the purpose of helping people sleep and relax?
Yes, absolutely. Honestly, what ASMR does, like by giving you those really relaxing, soothing chills, it just puts your body kind of like in a almost like a meditative flow where you're just like you can let everything go and you don't have to stress. And it does help anxiety because it does cause that physiological response where your heart rate starts to kind of like slow down, and like your brain can just kind of relax for a bit, and you've got like these chills going up and down your spine and all through your scalp sometimes. So yeah, it kind of puts you in a very sleepy sort of state when you're listening to it.
I think your time slot for the stream is rather fantastic in that regard. It really covers all the bases, whether you're on East Coast or West Coast time. I think it does a nice job of I guess the winding down, I think is a term I would use. Fuzzmaster Elite One says it induces coziness and relaxation. Quinleaf says a very meditative state is a good way to describe it. Yeah, that's great, everyone. I concur with that. So, I guess my question, just to follow up on the original question, was when did you reach that moment you thought you could be a streamer that specializes in ASMR?
So, this kind of started way back when I was a variety game streamer on another channel, and this is what I meant by the full story. So like back in 2018, I would say, I found Copycat's channel, and that was before she was named Katrine. And I was listening to her ASMR like nonstop. I was obsessed with it. It was just so good. And like the chills, the tingles that you got, it was just like, oh my God, this is medicine right here. This is medicine. And around 2019, I kind of wanted to try that for myself, except I had no idea what I was doing. So like I did some testing with a 3DO mic, actually like anyway, it's called the FS mic. It's like a 3.5 millimeter jack microphone. It's not like the dual XLR that I use, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm getting in the weeds. I tried my luck with that. I tried to make it work, and I was just not getting there. I wasn't getting results, and it wasn't sounding the way that I wanted it to sound. So I kind of retired from trying that out. I think I got burnt out because I was streaming games like 4 days a week, and I was going to add on like an extra day for ASMR on a separate channel made just for ASMR.
Right.
But I scrapped all of it because I had no idea what I was doing. And so when I actually retired that games channel, I was basically like, okay, I'm done streaming. This isn't working. I can't do this. Like I retired from that entirely, and I walked away from streaming. Whoa. And I had no intention of coming back because it was like a failure in my eyes. So I took some time. I was like working out every single day, did a lot of character growth, and focused on my mental health. And honestly, I really had to just grow as a person because it's really debilitating to walk away from something that you put so much investment into, like mentally, emotionally, physically. Like you want it to be this thing, and it just didn't. So it was kind of demoralizing, but when you kind of process that and you come back from that and you come back stronger, like fast forward to 2021, this was about 5 months after I had retired officially. I was like, I never tried ASMR. I never did that. I never gave it like my all. Maybe we should try that.
Right.
So then I started up a brand new channel, started from the ground up, ground zero, and here we are.
And it's incredible growth in only about, by my estimation, about 2 years, if that, maybe even less. It's amazing.
Think about a year and a half, like
wow.
18 months. But so I started in September 2021, and then I had to take a break to renovate the house that I was living in and sell it because I was in a very bad situation. And so I was like, you guys, I can't do this right now. I got to take a break. And then I fully came back April 2022. And that's when I started like getting into it really, really seriously. So I guess maybe a year.
Wow. Oh my God. Wow. That's incredible. That's incredible. Well, an amazing run. Catching up in chat, Fuzzmaster Elite 1 says, Teany can bench press 500 on one ASMR shoulder alone. Facts. And then Aaron says, and we're glad that you gave it a real try. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's very, very wild. We can describe some of the technology that goes into ASMR streaming, and there's quite a bit of technology. I think my favorite thing is the microphone, which is... it's so... Oh, do you have it? Oh, I'd love to see this. That's the one. Yes. Look at that fancy thing. So is it basically I did not know it had ears. I didn't.
Yep, it has ears.
It has actual ears. That is so cool. Completely. That is great. So you angle it in a way so that and this is why you need headphones when you put on these streams, because you get the most out of this experience, because you hear the sound going from left to right and somewhere in the middle. Very, very cool. Master Elite says, question from the audience, can Teany beatbox?
No, unfortunately, I would make you cringe so hard if I tried to beatbox.
Oh my. So that's basically two microphones in essence, right? Because I saw two connections, two XLRs going into it. So
right, yes. So I guess to flip this, to flip it over, yes, you get the dual XLR, so it has inputs on both sides so that you can get the left and right channel, and you can kind of work with them together. And it is just such a cool thing. Binaural audio is so cool and fascinating, and I want to see more of it. I love it.
I think it's phenomenal. Like it really takes advantage of the stereo signals we've been having on all these streams forever. And it's like it's neat to see that really utilized to its potential. Like it's been fantastic theater from my point of view. And then with it you have the triggers, which now a trigger I believe would be something that generates a response, right? And there are several different items you can use to generate triggers. Would you mind getting into some of the nuances of that?
Well, it honestly just kind of depends. I mean, obviously, some people respond really well to fuzzy triggers, where it's kind of like soft on your ears. Soft on your ears. I guess I'm gonna go with that. There are kind of funky sounds that people respond to, like cupping, or the sounds like you're kind of like putting your hands over your ears and then letting off. Let's see, there's crunchy, obviously, tapping, huge one. And then there's the weird stuff in between. And that's kind of where I've made my home, because I want to try and be as creative as possible and create an experience that you can't find at any other channel.
I will say, I think that that definitely is carried out visually. I do enjoy all the effects behind you, lighting wise. I do enjoy the willingness to not take yourself too seriously too, because I've seen you at one point. I saw you with like a tape mustache.
Oh yeah. Yep, the infamous tape. I have it right here.
Nice.
Actually.
Oh, it's fantastic. I love that. I love that.
Hi, Nims.
Nims is here. Oh my goodness. Welcome, Nims. Hello there. And
yeah, hi, Nims.
let's see. We have Fuzzmaster Elite, who says, my favorite spam says, hey, Jade. Hey, welcome in, my favorite spam. How's your spam? Nims. Hello, Nims. Let's go give it a close-up of our good friend. Aww.
Wait. Say hello. Say hello.
Nims is a cutie.
Yes, he is. He's very handsome.
Aww.
He's very handsome.
Big kitty. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Now, Nims makes it on stream occasionally, too, I'm sure, right? That's why the chat's so familiar.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He sometimes likes to crash the party.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say sometimes. Pretty often he likes to crash the party. Like, I think it was last Thursday on stream. I was doing waves, and then he just came into the room and he started meowing like super loud. And then he did like one of those loud meow yells, like a, and then he just like, he was done. Like, that's all he had to say. So he just ruined waves for like 20 seconds, and then he was like, done. Okay.
I love it.
Thanks for telling us all about your thoughts on the waves.
Nims substitutes occasionally give Teeny's hands a short rest, and then my famous spam says Nims ASMR coming soon.
We actually have a clip of him where he was licking the fuzzy thing on the mic, this thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If any of you have that clip on you, go ahead and put that in the chat. We can play that back just to relive that one together. But that's fantastic. That's pretty good. Jade Dallas has ruined waves. So
he did.
Yeah. True story. Kinoko 17 says cat purring is a trigger. It is. Yeah, absolutely. Fuzzmaster says, we actually have probably enough footage of Nims to make a video, honestly.
I think we do.
That's pretty good. Oh, my goodness. Thank you for the follow, my famous fan. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate your follow. Kinoko says, yeah, she sets the volume high, the echo high, and that's when the furball decides to scream. At least it's not a dog, though. That would have been even crazier. Or is it? Or is it about the same? I wonder. Depends on who it is. But
I don't
know. But at any rate, yeah, really cool to see that. And I think that's like one reason why I think your community has been there for you so much, because I feel like the inventiveness of what we present, both orally and oh my goodness, we have a raid. Welcome in the Derek WW. It's great to see everybody. Now Derek is really fun people too. Let's go say hi to our friends from the raiding party. Let's do that. I predict a riot. I predict a riot. Hi, Derek. How's it going? It's great to see you and your friends tonight. My name is Davey. I'm a variety streamer out of Los Angeles, and we are hosting a Q&A tonight with a really awesome ASMR streamer, teanyheals, who's in the corner of the screen. How was your stream, Derek? Derek is a fantastic, I would say, gaming / variety streamer, and welcome in. It's great to see you all, folks, in our chat right now. If you like that sort of thing, follow our friend the Derek WW. Derek has hosted a simulated Super Bowl too, which is really good. But anyway, it's great to see you all here tonight. Please hang out with us. We'd love to see you all here, and it's great to see you. Glad you're doing well. But again, Derek, how was your stream? What did you play? We'd love to see. Oh, here's a clip. Great. Let's go take a look at this clip tonight that Fuzzmaster sent us. All right, give me just a second to cue this together. And then, so I'll play this here on stream, and let's just see what this all looks like. So give me a second here to set this up. Watch this. So for those of you who have not been to Teeny Heals' channel before, watch the magic here with Nims and Jade as they do their thing. So check this out. So it looks, here is the clip. Let me just go ahead and put this together. Okay, check this out, folks. Aw.
He's so sweet.
Aw. That is phenomenal. Yeah. It's a good companion to have. Now, how long have... oh, it's still going? Oh, it is still going. Let's see.
Yeah, he just gets me. He's so sweet.
Aww.
You're the best.
It's great to have great companions like that. All right, so... now, how long have you two known each other?
Me and Nims?
Hmm?
Oh, we go way back.
Nice.
I got him, I think, like February 2021. So it was before I started streaming ASMR. But he's a rescue, and I was ready to open my heart up again to a pet, and I was like, it's actually a really funny story. I went to Petco because they were partnered with a local shelter or whatever. So I went to Petco, and I went to go see another cat. Like, I actually saw Nimbus's picture. That was his name before I gave him the name Nims. And I was like, oh my gosh, he looks so angry, and he just looks like so done with everything. Yeah. So I didn't even go there to see him. And he was in the same cage as the one that I did go to see, which was like this cute little white female kitten. And as soon as that door opened up, he popped out and he was like, hey, what's up? He was like brushing up against me, kind of checking everything out, coming back to me, brushing up against me again. And I was like, oh, I think you've chosen me.
Nims chose wisely. Wow. Fantastic move, Nims. But sometimes it's serendipity, isn't it? Sometimes the moment, like you're looking for a companion. Sometimes the companion finds you on their own. That's pretty cool. And it sounds like it's been an inseparable relationship since catching up on chat. Let's see. My famous spam says they met in an alleyway. Just kidding. Bobby says, Bobby 22, welcome in. Nice to see you. You are telling me this whole time Nims used to be a cloud? And
yep.
Possibly, yeah.
Or a what do you call it? A broomstick in Harry Potter? Yeah. Or that.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, like and Aaron says, yeah, once a cat chooses you, you have no choice. Absolutely. Good instincts on your part too, Jade. Like rolling with Nims, and that's just a great story. Oh my goodness, Icy, thank you, Icy Explosion. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm so glad to have you here tonight. We'll give you all a chance to ask some questions of Jade in the second part of our show too, so don't miss that. And I saw that the Derek WW was playing Jackbox games. That's awesome. Always a very popular choice, especially on stream and with friends. Jade, I know at Teany Games you play a wide variety of games. Is Jackbox part of that too, or what kind of games do you play over there?
I don't really get into Jackbox party games just because I'm so nervous about them, especially like Quiplash and others, because you never know what somebody's gonna write.
This is
right?
true. This is true. We've kind of seen it. Yeah. Good point.
So I've played a lot of VR games.
Okay.
Usually, like my VR workouts, I'll stream them on the teanygames channel. Like I'll do Pistol Whip and Beat Saber. I've played Half-Life Alyx. I think I've played Outlast 2 as well. Yeah, that's kind of where I go to fulfill that kind of gaming variety streamer itch that I started with, like that channel that I retired so long ago. So that's kind of where I get my fix there, and I just play whatever I want to play.
Yep. Cozy says, I wish I had been about there for Half-Life. Oh, Half-Life. Right. Yeah, Half-Life's a solid game. Now, Beat Saber. Subby is an absolute guru in that game. How would you compare your skill set? How would you measure up compared to stuff? And obviously, you're not. Maybe like, would you hold your own? Like what would you say is your?
I can hold my own, I think, but he is definitely more skilled than I am. Generally, when I do post on the scoreboard, I'm like a couple of percentage points below him, but I'm like, I can do expert plus. That's fine.
See, that's pretty good. Like, I mean, I just look at it and it looks intimidating. I'm like, how do you get one of them?
Honestly, it all comes down to muscle memory. Like once you kind of know, so the maps are kind of mapped out in such a way where you're like, oh, I've seen that before. That's a crossover. I know exactly what to do with that. Or, oh, okay, we're doing the drumming, and so it's kind of like weaving in and out, but you're not. I guess you're not crossing over. It's hard to explain when I'm not like in a map showing you.
No,
but
I'm getting the gist of it though, because I've seen Beat Saber myself, so I got the feel for it. Based on it's because the blocks come in based on the song. They're literally mapped out much like the notes in the song would be. So it's just like a really, 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 really advanced version of Guitar Hero, but it's actually better too in a way, because it's not just kind of stuck on one plane. It's like it's in like this entire tunnel of notes you have to hit, and it just seems like a lot more. Yeah, look at the emotes in the chat. It pretty much says it all.
Yeah.
Aaron says, well, depending on the map, some maps are questionable.
That's true, but that's where the map ratings come in. So I mean, the player base goes in, they try these maps out, and then depending on how the map flows and how well they can actually like do those muscle memory bits, whatever, they can upvote or downvote a map. And so like that percentage on that map that you make as a Beat Saber mapper, that can make or break you.
Oh yeah. That's like part of the experience. That's like the map itself is also part of the challenge of like people writing the map. Like would definitely feel that challenge too. So it's exciting to see like this entire realm of Beat Saber. It's a really neat thing. I've seen so many people try it, and it's cool that you're part of that. Like it's really great. Kozu wants to Subby do be good at games. He's definitely got experience in Beat Saber. Though, I was gonna say, I thought this was a Beat Saber high, but yeah, for sure. And Kozu one says, I do still feel a little bad for the Little Dark Age map. That was awkward. You have to hear more about that one, folks. But are there any maps that you're particularly fond of? Maps and or songs or both?
Yeah, well, Origin TT did some really great maps. I quite like the TylerLevs maps that he did.
Nice.
There's one for Struck. There's one for Gratitude. I think my overall favorite of all time is, I think it's called Mandalorian. Or is it mandolin? It might be mandolin. I gotta find the map because I don't actually have it since I got a new machine. So I've gotta add that back. Dang it. I haven't played it in so long, but it's the mandolin. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it's a great map. Tons of crossovers. It feels really fluid. The music is just like in your ears and just like thumping. It's like an EDM track kind of. So it's really high energy, really engaging, and obviously it's a great workout. So highly recommended.
Yeah, it gets intense. I mean, these songs can get intense. It's really great. And Tyler Loves having maps is great to hear about. I know that a number of Twitch streamers have maps now, and I think Origin has a lot to do with that. Aaron just shouted out Origin in the chat, and I believe there's a shout out for Tyler Levs too. Yeah, I mean, you've been able to get to know some really cool people. Like Tyler's awesome. He's a great guitarist, like really good. Subtracticat is an amazing human in general. And then we talked about his prowess with the Beat Saber and singing. My goodness. And I heard you do a duet with him like recently. I think it was over at Subby's channel. That was fun.
Oh gosh. that what was it? Like 1985?
Yeah.
I mean, like I couldn't hear him. He just kind of muted me and he did his thing on stream. So
Okay.
Does it count as a duet?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I understand what you're saying because the delays with Discord voice channels are inevitable, so it makes a lot of sense. Dustin 052584, so nice to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, Dustin's very excited to see you, Jade. Let's see. I'll jump on this awesome person's train. I love it. The singing is glorious in the Zomboid streams. That was a wild game. How that got crazy.
Michael Bolton. Oh gosh, the Michael Bolton.
Oh, love it. Are you gonna do another one of the Zomboid streams pretty soon?
We did one last week, so
Okay.
I think this week is XCOM, and then ooh, it might be 2 weeks of XCOM actually. I need to talk to Subby.
Hey, yeah, you're right. We'll update. We'll find out how that plays out, everybody. Dustin, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. And you've come in at a very good time because now it is time for our featured staple of the program. And as is true to the name of my handle, I do in fact eat sandwiches on this channel, and we're gonna give you another one. Here we go. It's time for the sandwich of the week, folks. And tonight, I have this for you. Now, time was not on my side, but I made the most of the situation, and we are gonna try for the first time tonight, for a lot of people, the new McDonald's McCrispy sandwich. And you're like, isn't that a McChicken sandwich? Yeah, but it's a little bigger. So this is the spicy version. So there we are. And it's got the sauce. It's got the fries. We'll give it a go, and I'll let you know how it goes. But I hope you enjoy. I'll give this a whirl as we keep discussing. Rothcore says, I'm 90% sure Subby's doing XCOM this week.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah. Aaron says XCOM is a go for this week unless he changes that tomorrow. Dustin says you had it for lunch today. It's great. So good. I love that. Thank you I appreciate your report on that. Cozy says I was singing along with 1985. Me too. That was fun. Kinoko said, yeah. It looked too dark to be chicken, but it was your lighting. Well, it's a little bit, it's kind of interesting because, like, just to go back to this for a second, this is really dark. Like, usually a chicken fillet is not this dark. So I think it's because it's spicy, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll let you know. How spicy it really is. I tend to be a little bit more demanding in terms of spice levels when it comes to these kind of sandwiches. They say it's spicy. It might be mildly spicy. You know, we'll see how it goes. Made more sense when you got it close to the camp. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But, yeah, I mean, Were you ever around for Twitch Sings, Jade? Like when that was a thing? Oh, I like it.
I did that on my previous channel.
Okay.
The one that I retired.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of funny. Like I've bumped into a bunch of people that I used to sing with a lot on that old channel, and they don't recognize me. One, because my teeth are fixed. Two, because I don't have a pixie cut anymore. And three, it was like 4 years ago. So it's funny. But yeah, gosh, I so miss Twitch Sings and the community that it fostered. A fun fact, that's actually where I met Subtracticat, and I found out about his stream.
That rocks. I love that. I was wondering for that for a while too. I'm like, I wonder. Subtracticat met a lot of people at Twitch Sings. It's kind of interesting, but I love that's fantastic. That's so cool. So what was it like when you? And you've known each other so that means you've known each other for a while then. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Very long time.
Yeah.
I think we're going on 4 years.
Wow. Heck of a run. Fuzzmaster Lee with a question. We'll take this early. Do you ever think you might do full-time ASMR, or is this just a good side hobby for you?
I would really love to do it full-time. However, I'm kind of locked down financially in my current situation to where it would not be financially viable for me. As much as I would like it to be a full-time gig, it's just not in the cards for me. So it is what it is, but I'm okay working a 9 to 5 and doing it on the side as a hobby.
Well, I mean, it's also decent for balance, I suppose. But I think that's a dream for a lot of people on Twitch, I must say. Like, I certainly feel similarly. Like, if I could have the choice to do this full time, I would. Like, it's just so much more fun to stream in general. How long did it take when you started? Because we're going back a ways, but when you started streaming, how long did it take for you to kind of feel not nervous about it? Or do you still feel that way, like even today? I always wondered about that.
So I think when I very first started streaming, like 7 years ago, and I had no idea, A, what I was doing, or I'm sorry, A, what I was doing, B, what to expect, and C, like, how was I gonna talk to people like in a chat? How do you engage? Like, how do you keep a stream going when nobody's there? So that's what I was probably most concerned with, because that's like the hardest thing. When you just kind of have to comment on whatever's going on, like, oh gosh, if I did this, if I did X, Y, and Z, then I could probably do X, Y, and Z. I wonder if that would work, huh? Also, I think I'm going to have this for lunch today. Maybe this for dinner. I don't know. Yeah, kind of crazy. Like, hope everybody in chat's doing well. Here's how my day went. Like, you've got to keep it flowing. It's like radio.
Yeah, it is a lot like radio. You're right. That's a great analogy. That I think anyone who goes on stream to do any kind of a show will have that same challenge, and it's really neat to see that you've worked a way to do that. And it's interesting. King Temperaker, great to see you again. King's one of our mods here on the Sandwich Show. Good to see you again, King. I hope the rest of your stream went well earlier today. And let's see. Bobby says, "Ooh, OOP, she's still nervous using letters and the alphabet combined."
My lists are a mess, Bobby. I don't know what to tell you. They're a mess.
Respect. Let's see. Fuzzmaster Lee says Dino Nuggies and Chalky Milk. That sounds great. Is that what you're having for dinner? Oh, you were asking the answer to the question. That's a great question. What are you all having for dinner? We'll gladly take that answer. I will report. Let me report the results of this sandwich. I had a couple bites, not as spicy as I hoped, but that's not surprising. I do like the bun though. The bun is like really, really nice. Like this is a kind of a, I don't know how you would, a split bun of some sort. It's not really a pretzel bun though, because the pretzel bun would be much stiffer, I think.
Mm-hmm. It does kind of have the appearance of a pretzel bun, though.
Oh yeah,
it looks really good.
Oh yeah. It definitely tastes. It's a solid sandwich for sure. It's a quality sandwich. Definitely a surprising color for the fillet, but the sauce is good. The pickles are good, and it's pretty soft. It's pretty good. I'm a big fan of it. Frostmaster says I had pizza. Very nice. Aaron says, well, dinner's long over, but I had stew tonight. Ooh, that sounds great. Charles Jalugly says chicken wrap for me. Alistair, you okay? What's going on? Did someone say that doing radio and ASMR are the same thing? No, we're saying streaming and radio are the same thing. ASMR is just the type of streaming that we're speaking of. Parcel's falling out. What's going on? Pork chop on the grill. Rothgar says I had a sausage with baked potato and green meat. See, Jade, you really can get a lot of mileage out of that question. Like it's phenomenal how I hope that's worked out for you too.
Yeah. Well, it's really cool, I think, now that the community has kind of been built up a bit. You can kind of pose some question like Coke or Pepsi, and everybody will just like go, "Ah, ah, ah, ah," and then you throw up a poll, and then it's like everybody's engaging. Or I think one time, because there's a really high percentage of people in IT that actually come out to my channel. We started talking about IT and stakeholders and why is it this way, and why do executives, why are they all from business school? Why don't we have people who have been there doing the grunt work, doing this? And they're like, yeah, and chat will just go and it will just be nuts. I think it really depends on the demographic that you have, but like if you hit those notes just right, if you hit those topics just right, you're gonna see engagement like fly like no other.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. The Shradar has appeared. I heard IT and I magically appeared for Teany. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Shradar. Appreciate you. So here comes the question. This is our tradition here on the Sandwich Show. The question is as follows, and Aaron will log the result for us. Pancakes, French toast, waffles, or crepes?
Pancakes.
Nice.
Pancakes with butter.
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, the way the butter just like seeps into like the pancakes, it's top notch. Like you can't get that with waffles. Crepes are too thin, but albeit, you know, like they do have a place of their own because you can fill them with like Greek yogurt and fruit, and you can do basically anything with a crepe. But French toast is pretty solid, but I don't know. It just doesn't hit the same as pancakes. Pancakes.
I love this so much. I'm team pancakes too, so welcome to the team. I appreciate you. It's nice to have you as part of the team. Yeah.
Yes.
But the chat is all chat's got some opinions too. Let's go see. Mr. WB says you can't get that with waffles.
Well, I mean, they have divots. Like, what are you gonna do with the butter? Okay, it's in one little square. Great. Let me just do that for 30 more squares.
I respect. See that I sympathize with that argument. Yeah, it's kind of right. True though. Like, does it kind of clump up if it doesn't? Because it's like I don't think the waffle's ever warm enough to melt the butter. So it just ends up just being like just a lump of goo in each square. And so there's something to that. Parcels falling up, pancakes, sometimes blueberries, sometimes banana, sometimes chocolate chips, all with butter/syrup. Trader says, I feel betrayed by Jade now. Oh no. Oh no. Dustin says stuffed French toast. Alistair says she said the correct answer. Aaron says French toast is still where it's at. I like French toast too. I mean, let's see. Mr. WB says, AKA Butter Pockets Jade. That's why you use a lot of butter, says the Shradar. I guess so. Let's see. Let's see. See what I mean about food being controversial? I know. Look at that. Just like one quick answer, and we have all that coming in our way. Dustin says more butter, extra syrup. Aaron says, clearly you're not making waffles right. Well, okay. Well, I knew we would get challenged on this query. I mean, it's a heck of a question. Until one guy, welcome in. What Jade joined on Discord. Well, you know, we can certainly give it a shot. Here's the Discord link right here. But if any of you want to join our Discord, there is the link. I think, let's see, Alistair or Waffles. My gosh, this is wild. So, folks, why don't we do a poll? I want to see where everyone else is on this. So, as we do that, Jade, in so many words, what would you say is your favorite sandwich in general? Like, does any stand out to you?
Honestly, my go-to would probably be like a standard turkey sandwich with mayo and brown mustard. You've got like spinach and tomato and maybe even some pickle, and Colby Jack cheese. Yeah.
That sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
That does sound great.
And any kind of bread except rye bread. I don't know what it is about rye bread, but it tastes like dirty laundry.
I think we're going to disagree. I mean, I like rye bread, but yeah, all right. I mean, that's such a specific thing to like, out of all of them, that's like the one. But I understand. I can see your point. There's a lot of stuff in a rye bread. So I respect that. I respect it. I'm not saying I agree with it. But I respect it, certainly. But let's see. The Shradar says, I no longer feel betrayed by Jade. That's the bomb.
Good. I'm glad I could redeem myself for you, Shradar. I promise I'm cool. Please.
All right, friends. I think it's the chat is really, really engaging tonight. So I'd love to now give you all a chance to ask some questions of our friend Jade. Mods, if you could open the queue. It is now time once again for America's favorite moment in. Wait for it. In Twitch broadcasting.
Do the dance. It's time for random questions. Good stuff. Ask us anything.
And while we do that, we got breakfast food poll, so feel free to vote your choice. Waffles is currently leading with a 57% of the vote. There are 4 minutes left in the poll, so good luck, everybody. So let's get those questions in. If you want to ask a question of our friend Jade tonight, Teany Heals, exclamation point question followed by the question itself. Enter that in the chat, and we'll be glad to take all your questions tonight. Justin has a question, which is Jersey Mike's versus Subway versus Firehouse.
Ooh. Jersey Mike's. I don't know. Jersey Mike's is kind of like in a league of their own, I feel like, because they do cheese steaks, but that actually sounds amazing. So I may be getting Jersey Mike's for dinner.
Nice.
Thanks for the idea. Oh, hi, Nims.
Nims, oh my goodness.
What's up?
Nim's looking adorable.
Yeah.
I didn't want to cut in on Nim's conversation.
Yeah,
Aww.
he really wants to say hi. Okay, so Jersey Mike's is in a league of their own, but as far as like Firehouse and Subway, I feel like they are good contenders. And between the two of them, I will definitely say Firehouse.
Yeah. Well, that's so you're saying outside of Jersey Mike's, you'd say Firehouse between the other two. That's all.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
No, that's for me. It's an easy decision. I think Firehouse definitely trumps or stomps all over Subway. So I'm with you on that one. Let me just change a thing here. It 1 second. It should be here, but
Parcel.
really great points though, everyone. Like that's really awesome. Okay, there we go. That makes more sense. Like that. So let's continue on with the questions, everybody. Really great stuff. Oh my gosh, Marcellus. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna put that in the queue. We're gonna get there.
I think it's a flute. Does that count? I don't know. It's like a vehicle.
That's a great question.
I don't know.
That's the best answer I've ever heard to that question. It really is. Thanks for the question, Parcels. Okay, so let's roll out here. Aaron with the next question. Obviously, you try to find triggers for everyone, but what sort of trigger is your favorite?
Ooh. Okay, so I can't give myself ASMR, but when I do, I love listening to just kind of like offbeat, off the wall stuff. I don't know if I have like a favorite because it all just works. I guess ear massages are pretty good. Patterned tapping, also very good. Again, it depends on who is doing the specific trigger, because that will obviously determine whether or not the intention behind it is, I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's kind of a mixed bag because you can have triggers that are done by different artists, and depending on who is doing it, you'll get more tingles. And it's just all in the intention behind it, in my opinion.
I think that, yeah, and yeah, there's definitely something to that. I do want to also update the poll. Pancakes is the winner with a big ol' comeback, 44% of the vote.
Woo! Let's go!
Pump that up. Waffles was in second place with 39% of the vote. A very tight race. And French Toast came in third with 17%. And Mr. WB, of course, says poll was rigged. Naturally. But thank you for the question, Aaron. Great question. That's really, I've always, it's always good to ask it from the other side. Like, what is your favorite? Like, it's an interesting query. PB and Jade Donut, first of all, it's so nice to see you in chat. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And thank you for your question. The question is, if you were on a road trip, what's your go-to fast food restaurant on the road?
On the road? Well, Firehouse Subs isn't like all over the place, but you know what is? Subway.
There you go.
Subway. So that's what I would choose,
okay.
Honestly.
Well, I
Good
mean,
night,
Kazoo. You can find it just about anywhere. Oh, Kazoo, have a great night. Thank you so much. I have far too many questions, but I also really need to go to bed. No worries, Kazoo. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's really great to see you. All right. Oh, different kind of on the road. Bobby. Bobby says roadkill. That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Funny. But PB&J, thank you for your question. Awesome question. Now, next we go to Fuzzmaster Elite 1. When are the Teany mugs coming out?
So I have a merch store that is currently in the works, and it's like in the last phases of being done. So it is coming. I promise you. I promise. It's like almost there. We're getting there. It's super cool.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, will you be at liberty to divulge some of the details? But we'll leave that for the reveal. Let's not spoil it now.
Okay. I will say this though. There's going to be some of my own original designs because I like to draw on my iPad. And so,
Cool.
yeah, I designed some things for t-shirts and sweaters and whatnot. And I don't know. I hope when that store debuts that you guys like it. Fingers crossed. I guess we'll see.
We'll see, but I've got high hopes. I think there'll definitely be some. I don't doubt that it'll be good stuff. I'm looking forward. I can't wait to see it myself. So, thank you for the question, Fuzzmaster Elite 1. We've got a lot of questions. So, thank you so much for sending them in. And if you want to keep them going, exclamation point question followed by the question itself. We have to do a pretty quick Bean Boozled tonight. But Bean Boozled is a redeem on our channel for 999 points. Oh, are you familiar? Yeah. It can be very... yeah.
Oh, I've got a story for you after.
Okay.
Oh, I got a story.
Well, let's give this a go. So, I guess tonight we're going to look at... Oh, man, neither of these are going to be great. So, this one's either Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti for Alistair UK. Shout out Alistair UK, by the way, another awesome variety streamer on his platforms. It's good to see you, my friend. And I can't really see it, but it looks like a birthday cake on the outside. You can taste like any of a bunch of things on the inside. We'll see. Oh, I got the good one! Finally! Oh, long time coming. Long time coming. Oh, that tastes good. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's go. Let's go. So, better luck next time, chat. Anchor from Aaron. Oh my. Bobby's right. Bobby, you're right. The ship is sailed on that though. Bobby says I'd be charging 10,000 points minimum to do that. But Jade, I heard you had a story about being boozled. Let's hear it.
So when I purchased my first house, I came very close to not being able to afford a house. But I did it, and it took literally everything that I had. And in order to kind of make it livable, I had to raise some money on stream. And I decided to do the Bean Boozled thing.
Whoa.
And the problem is that I started doing the fundraising streams. Like they were 12-hour chunks, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like over a 3-day span of time. The Bean Boozleds didn't show up until Saturday. So they were all backed up for a day and a half.
That's crazy.
And I had to do like 30 of them in a row.
That could not have been pretty. I feel your pain on that. I think I certainly have that kind of experience as well. How long did that take, by the way? That must have taken like an hour.
It took a while,
Yeah.
and it was miserable. I was like ready to just bomb. And I sat there with like a cup in one hand to spit it out if I was gonna like throw up, and then I had a trash can right next to me too, in case I
don't blame you. Yeah,
it was horrible.
Oh, I feel your
I'll
pain.
never do it again. I will never do it again.
Good call on that. It's too late for me. I can't go back now. The chat will throw me over a boat if I attempt it now. But at least you have But it's good for a good cause, I think, for the most part, to help things out, help you out on a certain front. The Leon Lounge has joined us. What's going on, Jesse? It's great to see you again. Now, it's so good to see you. Yeah, give our friend the Leon Lounge a follow. Granted, our friend is very has been up to a lot of things at the moment, but it's always good to see our friend Jesse. It's nice to see you. Hope you're well. Aaron says it's a staple of the channel now, Davey. There is no escape. No, you're right, Aaron. You're right. Like, there's no going. It's a huge fundamental part of the channel. We even have a special dish for it. Like, we have this dish which ushers in the Bean Boozled bean. So if you ever feel the itch to like kind of try it, you can just let me do it on your behalf, so you can get all the enjoyment without any of the torture. So everything to gain, nothing to lose if you redeem it over here. Alistair says, did Teeny Heals work out why they use mayo? Oh, no, yeah, we're sorry, but we got to get to your question. So, Alistair UK, why do sandwich companies use mayonnaise instead of butter or margarine?
I honestly have no idea. Probably because mayo is more savory. It's kind of, this is gonna sound weird, a vehicle for like wetness of a sandwich, because you don't want the bread to be super dry. You don't want it to be like you're eating crackers out of a package. Like, that's not enjoyable, but it's something really mild. It adds an extra dimension because the fat adds that savory kind of taste to it. So a moist sandwich. Thank you. There you go.
Kanoko nailed it. Bobby says, that's great. Nah, I just dunked my sandwich in water, says Bobby 22. Yeah. And Alistair says, answer is because the oil in mayo stops any other moisture getting to the bread to make them soggy, including pre-packed sandwiches. Also is a very good taste conductor. She nailed it.
I mean, I feel like you're being generous. I think you're being generous, but you're sweet.
Well, thank you again for the question, Alistair. And sorry, good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a minute. Jesse, it's so nice to see you again, my friend. Good. Hope you're doing well out there. Let's go to the next question. Here we go. And another thing about mayonnaise that's really great is that mayo is really tangy, and so it can go really nicely with like meats and cheeses, so that it's a great complement. Mr. WB says, Jade, the ultimate sandwich scientist. Brett, what's going on? So good to see you. Come on in, Brett. Let's talk about somebody who knows sandwiches. Our good friend Brett Breddington. It's nice to see you again, my friend. Welcome in. Shout out Breddington Frothing Slosh. Just did like a tier list on his podcast about meat. Like, where would you wait? Now, you mentioned turkey is your favorite sandwich, but what would be your favorite meat overall? Would it also be turkey? Would it be something else?
Overall, probably chicken.
Solid.
You can't go wrong with it. But every once in a while, a really good steak will go a long way.
Yes. I love those choices. All right, so let's go to Bobby's question. What triggers have you accidentally stumbled upon that have become favorites?
What hasn't? The hat is a good one. Let me just wheel this on over here. Let's see. We've got the carnival rings. That was an instant favorite. The bag was kind of an accident. This, where there's like something inside of it and it makes a funky kind of noise. That was an accident. The slug with the metal rings, where you just kind of like run down the back of it instead of doing like what every other ASMR artist does, where they're like, oh yeah, this is the slug. I was like, no, that was an accident.
Really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So creative.
You've got to be.
Yeah.
Shower caps on the ends like that. I've never seen another ASMR artist do that. That was kind of like, we're gonna try it and we're gonna run with it. This was kind of an accident.
What?
I had coffee one day and I was like, wow, this sounds great. So I modified the cup a little bit. So and then I obviously put something else over the top of it, and it's actually just,
that's very effective. Yeah. I got the tingles from that. That's pretty good.
So much mileage out of a cup.
Yeah. This is great. So yeah, the chat's really loving all these demonstrations. The Shradar says the magic rings. Fuzzmaster Lee says the cup. Jade Dallas says when Jade drinks her dice water.
The dice water, yes.
That is really good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Honestly, that's kind of what I base my channel off of. Just anything that I can think of that's different, that's original, that I haven't seen anybody else do, like wicker baskets. Never seen anybody else do that. And like just this week after winning that award, somebody came in and said, wow, that's a great trigger. I'm going to have to steal that for my stream. And I'm like, okay.
It's like, do you find that the ultimate sign of respect that someone adopts something that you do?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It means that I'm doing something right. You know, it is flattering. And they do say imitation is the purest form of flattery. Is that how it goes?
Yeah. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Yeah.
That.
Energy Games, thank you so much for the 100 bits earlier in the stream. That's really kind. I love your drawing too of the bits logo in the notification. You can't, I don't think anyone can see that, but it's really cool to see that. Let's see. Trigger words add random stuff. And yeah, Fuzzmaster says the chat comes up with some awesome stuff too.
Yeah. On occasion, we run with something and then we just kind of take a new look at it and we put a new spin on it, and then it becomes a brand new trigger with a different sound. Honestly, it happens on the fly. And I don't think there's any stream in which I utilize one trigger the exact same way. There's always going to be at least one thing that is different that we have not seen before. And I kind of pride myself on that because it's different, it's original, and just got to do it.
It's really, and you're right. I think that's part of the fun of being a streamer is that you can come up with things in a twist on things that others have not come up with before. And it really makes for a really engaging time as well. It's part of the fun, some of the excitement. Well, new tricks will we have? What new triggers will we have tonight? It's pretty neat. In fact, if you were to enumerate the number of triggers you can think of off the top of your head that you have at your arsenal, how many would you say you have for day-to-day use on stream?
Yeah, about that. This is kind of like that question where you put jelly beans in a jar and you try to figure out how many of them are in the jar.
That's a good point. It's hard.
There's so many.
I can, yeah. Well,
it's like I've got loofahs here. I've got like a silicone fidget thing here. I've got crunch bags, gloves, boxes, the baskets, fuzzy things. I've got bead bags, dice bags, like sponges of various kinds, like brushes, bristles. The list goes on. And honestly, I'm just constantly trying to add to it. If I had to guess, if I had to put a number to it, maybe like 30 to 40 triggers, like right here within arm's reach.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's a great collection, and it'll keep things fresh to have that many. And then that's not the end either. I'm sure more will be added over time, so that should be really fun. Alistair says, "Shall I trigger 10 times Bean Boozled and see how many flavors can be matched?" Oh my goodness, that's why we have timeouts for this for point redeems. We've gone through that. What? Oh no! Sorry, I was looking at something else. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, and also to your other point, this is what actually the big reason why I was really looking forward to having teanyheals on the program tonight was to really, kind of share what ASMR is and how it works, and because I think for a number of people it might still be something that they're unfamiliar with, but I think a personality can go a long way to making it great, and your willingness to try new things, I think, is a really good reason why I think the community is there for you, why you have such a nice community, and it's cool to see that come together. Absolutely, it's really great. Bobby says cool downs are essential. Yeah, it's really interesting stuff. But let's go to the next question from the Shradar. Have you contemplated playing Phasmophobia on the gaming channel? If so, I want in.
Oh, I've only played it once since the new updates, and honestly, I'm so freaked out by it. Like I played Phasmophobia in the early days of Phasmophobia, and I would go in and do like expert runs on my own. But yeah, since the updates, it is considerably harder and scarier, and I'm scared. I'm really scared. And I don't know. I don't know.
Well, would you give it? Maybe you could. Yeah. I mean, that's a fair answer, I think. So I'm not as familiar with the game, so I can't speak to how challenging or how terrifying that must be. But some games are that terrifying, so I completely understand. Energy Games, again, thank you for the 100 bits. And the question: what is it like to balance your day job and managing an ASMR channel and community?
It can be very tough. It's very tough. Some days it's a little bit more work, but overall, I'd say what I get out of doing ASMR for you guys, and like knowing that I can help you in that way, like it makes it all worth it, even if it is really challenging. Because like I could sit at my day job and people are like, could you please hold my hand? How do you close out of this application? And I'm like, bro, I do not have time for this. Like that kind of help, I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. This kind of help, you know that Drake meme? Like that's how I feel.
That's perfect.
That's how I feel.
Let's go. Fantastic fantastic way of putting it. But thank you for the question, Energy Games, and that's pretty sweet. And the last question in the queue for the moment, we can keep asking questions, chat, if you'd like to. Exclamation point question followed by the question itself. What's one secret you think we should know about you?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you guys already know that I can kind of sing. I dance around my kitchen when I'm drinking wine and cooking.
Whoa.
Yeah. I dance around my kitchen. And I don't even have curtains up, and my neighbors can probably see in to my kitchen and watch me dance. But
this is inspiring some ideas, like cooking stream. Have you done a cooking stream?
Not since I moved, no. I guess I could probably look at doing that, but I think my laptop is kind of old and out of commission, and I would have to get another laptop in order for the mobile studio to actually work. But it's something that I could play around with for the future.
it would be fun. It'd be fun. You'll do better than you'll fare better than me. I can tell you that, as the chat has alluded to here. Like my attempt at cooking stream was not pretty. It was. It did not, but at any rate, yeah, that's pretty cool. I think I like that. Let's see. And staying on the topic of music, like, what's the music that moves you, like that makes you get up on your feet? Like, what's your favorite kind of music to listen to?
Ooh, okay. So that's a lot. Like on my Spotify Wrapped this last year, I had like 3,200 artists that I'd listened to over the course of the year. So it's all over the place. I'd say right now the Throwback Jams playlist on Spotify is really good, and that's what I'm kind of gravitating to. And it's kind of like 2000s MTV. Like, you guys remember Twista? I think that song, like Celebrity. I think that's what it's called. Like the Ying Yang Twins, the Wu-Tang Clan. Like that's kind of where I'm at right now. But it'll switch, and then I'll listen to pop punk powerhouses and whatever, and I'm singing along to it, whatever. Yeah. Michael Bolton, no. No, get out of here.
I saw that.
Get out of here.
That's
No.
funny. Casey, you're welcome to, by the way, welcome. It's nice to meet you. My name is Davey. It's a pleasure, an absolute pleasure to have you with us tonight. So, the Shradar says, I think that's, wait, we have a couple of questions in front of that, but it's so nice to see you. And let us know if you stream too, because if you do, we can give you a shout out as well. I think the Shradar is trying to get back into it, so that's awesome. Or maybe the Shradar is already streaming. I'm not. Either way, well, let's play it safe. Let's go and give a Shradar a shout out, regardless, and we'll see how it goes. Bobby22, what are your top 3 triggers?
Top 3, ear massage. This is going to surprise everybody. Ear licking and box scratching and tapping. Probably.
I think, yeah, you're right. I think like definitely the last one tracks, as from my experience being at your channel. The second one is like, wow, that's pretty neat. That's a pretty neat response. I'm like, didn't see that one coming, but the other two seemed like pretty logical. So the Shradar says, I mean, I used to be an ASMR streamer, but kind of fell out of it. Kind of got bullied out of doing it. Then I switched to variety, but I contemplated going back to ASMR gaming. Okay. I'm sorry you got bullied, though.
Who bullied you? I actually, no. Let's take it to DMs, but I need to hear this story, dude. I'm really sorry to hear that, and that should have never happened.
Agree.
First of all.
Yeah, that I'm really sorry too. That stinks. Like that should not happen. There's no place for that. But the question from Shradar is, any advice to someone who wants to get back to streaming, may or may not be making a comeback?
As someone who left and then came back, I will say that you kind of got to come back with a fresh perspective and what your goals are, what your intentions are with coming back. They've got to be solid. And I mean, obviously they can change over time, but if you set an intention and you set an expectation and those expectations aren't met, like, you shouldn't doubt yourself. You shouldn't let that affect your self-confidence as a streamer or anything, because that's they're thoughts that are telling lies to you. It's not the truth. So don't let your brain beat you up. And as someone who has definitely been there for years and years and years, like I can attest to that. Like your brain and your intrusive thoughts are probably going to be the hardest things to overcome as a streamer. and you're going to want to compare yourself to everybody. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because it's just, yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling.
No worries. I mean, it's great advice, though. Sometimes the biggest enemy can be yourself in that regard. So, I think that's like a good advice. That's also good advice for just starting, like if you've never done it before. Like anyone can offer. I mean, I would offer that advice too. Like, how do you start? Start. I mean, honestly, like don't worry about it. Like, nobody starts perfectly the first time anyway. And then, as you mentioned, like in restarting, yeah, fresh perspective is interesting. Like, what would you say you did differently compared to what you used to? Well, I think you already answered that question, because you mentioned how you started the variety path and then you went like all in with ASMR when you returned, and that's pretty exciting. Like, it's exciting to do that sort of thing. Now, just related to that, like, did it take a while to get used to like talking at that kind of volume level, like not talking at a normal volume? Because I think someone in the chat earlier tonight mentioned that it's nice to hear Jade at a regular volume level.
Yeah. So it's less about actually whispering and more or less your trajectory to the microphone and how you speak. Because if I were to like whisper into this, like, then obviously that's going to be abrasive. It's not going to be nice and soothing on the ears. And that's a mistake that a lot of ASMR artists make when they start out, is you've got to shift how you're actually talking to people. Because like if I were to like whisper directly into an ear like this, it'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna switch the channel now. Like, so whispering is not difficult, but learning the skill to whisper in a way that is not going to be abrasive or hard on your viewers' ears is probably the hardest thing.
That's a phenomenal like perspective. I was not even thinking about that idea. Like, proximity to the microphone is such a huge part of it. Like, direction. It's true. Man, that's really, I never even thought about that. And Mr. WB, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate your following us. We're glad to have you. It really means a lot to have you all following tonight. I'm glad you're enjoying it, everybody. So, KZR, thank you so much for your question. And next up in the question queue, my CB Psych 86, thank you so much for the follow as well. It really warms my heart to see you all following the Sandwich Show. We're really glad to have you here. Always glad to have cool interviews. But folks like yourself make it easy, Jade. Like, thank I think that KZR, thank you for the follow as well. Really nice of you. All right, so Switch D with another question. Let me go read this really quickly. Oh, that's an interesting question. Is ASMR so Switch D or Switch Die? Let us know how that's pronounced. Is ASMR something you are upfront about when you meet someone, or is it something you keep to yourself until you know that person is cool?
That one's kind of a mixed bag. If it's someone that I'm not talking to at work, like, I'll be upfront and honest. I'm like, hey, I do ASMR and I'm really proud of it, and I'm really proud of what I do. But when I bring that into like a professional sphere, I've got to be so much more careful about it. Because if they start to go down the ASMR category, and this is kind of one of the problems with the ASMR category on Twitch, it can come off as over-sexualized. And that's what a lot of people, I think, are left with. They're left with that impression that ASMR is sexual. And so I'm honestly like, I'm hesitant in a professional setting. If it's someone that I know IRL, outside of work, then I'm like, yeah, no, this is what I do, and this is really great.
It's definitely that I think has a lot of layers to it. I think think it's just to even say that you're a Twitch streamer, and regardless of what the topic is, I think can be something you're never completely sure you want to reveal. And you definitely don't want to reveal people at work. Like I know a couple of people who have found me, not just either on Twitch or on TikTok, and it's like, yeah, it's just there is a little degree of awkwardness to it, but it's just generally cool to see. Like, and it's great to see that people are supporting you. So I actually, the general feeling of that is positive. But to say it, I don't know if that's something. It's fair to say that. Like, I don't. You have to kind. It kind of goes both ways. Actually, it's kind of like what you're getting at. Yeah, and I think that's a really good point. I think there was definitely a sexual component to ASMR, which I think is unfair. Like, I think that seems like a really, really basic view of it, which I don't agree with. And Alistair says, yep, all I've ever seen is the sexual hot tub bikini stuff, and that's why I avoid it, as it's just something I always thought. But that's the thing. I think, too, any of the channels that I've been to on Twitch have been very, very cool, and it does not deviate to that direction. So do you find that part of the challenge of being an ASMR streamer, trying to defeat that stereotype?
I don't think there's any chance that it's ever going to be going away, but I will say that it does have a place and it does serve a purpose, but it's not something that I want to bring to the table with my channel. And I want to keep everything above board, very kind of at most maybe PG-13 with a few F-bombs thrown in the mix. Sorry, I talk like a sailor. But for the most part, yeah, I just try to do my thing, and it's kind of a matter of integrity for me, and also my job. I don't want anybody to stumble on it like that I know from a professional setting, and they're like, oh my God, what are you doing? And like, I don't want them to view it as a problem.
Yeah, I think that's completely reasonable. I think as I would kind of lead into, I think this would probably be a similar query. I mean, you definitely, but I think what you do is something that we all can be proud of. Like, it's really great, the journeys, the sense of humor that's involved, and just how cozy. And I can see everyone in chat is really coming through and saying similar things, and it's really great to see. No, it's an IT. Yeah. I was gonna answer that too. Like, yeah. So yeah, Jade is an IT, as am I, guess. But yeah, it's just, I think that I wasn't aware of this language. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. But that's I'm good with it. I mean, we're an 18+ stream over here, so that's that much is fine too. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we can.
Oh shit. Okay. I've been like trying to keep it PG because I don't know.
I should have mentioned that a while ago. Yeah. Well, I was doing the same thing. I didn't know that you were. I did not know you had like the PG-13 language. I would have cussed a lot sooner. Well, shit. How about that? Okay, no worries. But yeah, thank you for the kind words as far as the Pac-Man lights. Yeah, it's something I'm really proud of. Like, my cousin gave that to me. Her brain was bubbling, trying to keep it clean. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. That is wild. Okay, so next time we have you
pauses, all those really long, like, blank stares. I'm like, how do I say this without saying fuck?
Oh man, that makes me feel so much better now that we know that we can do. Because it was all. Sometimes I do that in respect to the streamers, like the guest streamers, language requirements, but I didn't realize that that was never a consideration. Like, well, that's good to know. Now we can go whole hog with this now. Alistair says, "Fuck it, lol."
The profanity flows like wine.
It's great. It's the set title, "The Fucking Sandwich Show." Now that's great. That's great. But Yeah, I do appreciate your thoughts in that area because, like, you know, I know that's always going to be something that's in consideration, but it is really cool that to see the breadth and the depth of what the ASMR streaming world is like, and I really do appreciate it. And as many people have said, like it is truly what you say it is. It's healing. I think my follow up to that is how did you come up with the name Teany Heals? Is Teany just is it just sort of is that just a nickname for yourself, or is it just a term? I've always wondered about the origin of the name.
So it wasn't the name that I started with when I started ASMR. The first name that I went with was Jade, and I don't know what I was going with it. I was like, everything else is taken. I guess I'll just settle on this, you know? And it was just kind of a placeholder for what Teany Heals would be. And so I was like, you know, I kind of want to step it up. I want to get to the next level. And I don't think my name or anything is really doing it. So I basically created all the assets for it. And I came up with Teany Heals because heals ASMR, but I was also drinking tea like every night on stream, and I would have something new. Like obviously we would have, you know, teas that were returning or whatever, because everybody has favorites, but I was drinking tea constantly. And so I was like, well, tea is a feature, and you can obviously brand on tea fairly easily. And then heals, I was like, tea heals? No, that doesn't really roll off the tongue. What if it was Teany Heals? So then that's kind of how it all came about.
That's clever. That is clever. Yeah, actually, you know, that's pretty cool. Like a name brand identity is big time. Absolutely. Something that stands out. And I think that definitely does it. Like that's NT. Speaking of tea, what are your go-tos as far as tea?
Earl Grey, definitely a favorite as far as black tea goes. Breakfast in Paris, a close second. Peppermint tea, I'd say, is my go-to staple for decaffeinated, with a little bit of cream in all those.
Definitely. Yes. Cream is a very yeah. Cream is nice. Do you go lemon on any of those?
No. Okay, so I'm weird. I don't buy lemons. Like I don't buy lemons or limes or onions or stuff because they just never get used. And so they just sit there until they rot and they go bad. And so I just don't buy them.
Oh, yeah. That's like the problem with bananas. Like bananas go bad so quickly. Like it's hard to keep bananas like fresh. Like you never want. Are you ever in the mood? Like how often do you get bananas? Like do you find yourself in the mood for a banana every day?
It depends on if I've actually bought them, I think. I mean, if you're going to the store and you're like, oh man, I need to buy some fruit. Like banana, that's a good go-to. Apples, yeah, sure. They're pretty good. Oranges, pretty solid. But like bananas, you can just grab one and go, and it's super easy. But if you don't eat them, obviously you're going to be in that predicament. In that case, banana pancakes or banana bread.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's the beauty. That is the triumph of bananas. Even when they start to go bad, you've got ways to purpose them. Fantastic idea. I did want to say hello to Casey Afternoon. Welcome to the chat. It's nice to see you. Welcome. Nice to see you. And also, I think someone else jumped in too. I'm trying to remember who it was. But it's so great to see you all in the chat, everyone. Chasing Sunsets. So nice to see you in our chat. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have time for one more round of questions. So if you would like to ask a question of Jade tonight, ! Question followed by the question itself. get those in our chat, and we'll be glad to answer the questions for you. So let's see. Switch with a question. I know that you have been streaming games before, Jade, and I was wondering, is the sense of community, raid/teams, different between the ASMR community and the gaming one?
Ooh. I would say no. They're pretty much the same. Obviously, with ASMR, I think collaborations are much more difficult unless somebody is literally there in person with you and they come to visit you. I've seen that happen with some larger ASMR streamers, but I've not seen it for like someone of my size. As far as gaming goes, I think it's a lot easier to just kind of like raid out and do XYZ. With the ASMR stream team that I'm on, obviously I try to show support where I can to my fellow team members. And it can be kind of difficult because they go live during the day. They go live earlier than I do. So I'll have to catch them another time. But
now, what would happen? Oh, this is
jeez.
that? What was that?
I don't know. Probably planes.
Okay. But I was gonna say, like, what would you do if there were no other ASMR streamers on at the point that you needed to raid? What would be the backup plan?
Honestly, I would probably just raid Katrine in an offline replay. I know that sounds like ridiculous.
Okay.
But if that were the case, if there were absolutely no other streamers that I could raid, I would raid a replay.
Interesting. Okay. Queen Toasty, welcome to our chat. It's nice to see you. Nice to meet you, my friend. Come on in. It's we've been taking questions for the last few minutes for teanyheals, aka Jade, and
For Queen, she likes the crunchies. So.
Crunchy. Look, honestly, your community is incredible. Like, I do want to thank all of you for joining in tonight for this interview. Like, this has been really a fun exploration of the genre, getting to know our friend Jade. This has been really good times catching up with and getting to know all of you too. It's really great. And then Kip Fidgety says, "Cat's not a bad place to end up." I love it. And I'm glad you enjoyed the countries as well. But at any rate, it's not bad. I love it. Let's see. She had a protein bar once a year ago. Oh, Jade's private airplane landing was the sound, says Mr. WB.
I don't know. Listen, I know you guys think the world of me, but I do not have a private plane.
That's funny. That's funny, everybody. But Fidgety says, did we ask Jade what her favorite kind of sandwich is? Yes, we did. And her favorite kind of sandwich is a turkey sandwich with Colby Jack cheese. Great combo. And you mentioned pickles, I think. And you said any type of bread other than rye.
Yes. Spinach and tomato as well. And mayo and brown mustard. Like, you get all those in a combo, and it's just like chef's kiss.
Yeah,
in fact, maybe I just like be lazy and I just make that at home for dinner tonight. I don't know. That sounds really good. My stomach is like rumbling.
Oh no!
I didn't eat before this, and so I'm like, oh, all these sandwiches. I want me a sandwich.
It's what we do. We make people hungry for sandwiches. So I hope you do find a good sandwich tonight, Jade, after a stream or after the spot. And we did get a question earlier, really early in the chat, asking if you were feeling to some level nervous about doing a spot like this. Like, that's an interesting question. Like, I've always, am I to understand that you, have you done an interview like this before the sandwich show? Oh, wow. You're making history tonight. My goodness. Well, well, I hope we've made you feel comfortable tonight for sure. We've really enjoyed your company. And last question here from KZR NVD. cake, or pie?
Okay. Are we talking like? Are we talking like pie, cherry pie with the pie filling, or are we talking like pecan pie or banana cream pie?
We just had Pie Day about a week ago. I feel like all those are on the table.
I totally missed Pie Day. Now that I think about it, I did not have any pie. What kind of person am I?
It's all right.
What the hell? Fuck. I fucking missed it. Oh my god. God damn it. Shit.
I can see Pie Day really means a lot to Jade, folks.
Well, I'm also very hungry, and now I'm thinking about pie, so I'm like extra upset about missing it.
Totally understand. Totally understand. Yeah, you see, Chasing Senses is right. Pie for dinner solves the problem. There you are.
Sounds so good. It sounds so good. Dang it. I would say without frosting, cake definitely takes the cake.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about frosting, but I can't. It's so heavy, but I love like the sponginess of a cake and just like the light, sweet flavor. It's so refreshing.
Yeah. The best cake can do that. Fluffy on the inside. Little degree of moisture. Pretty good. Rothgar
Like a sandwich.
Yeah, very much. Absolutely. Absolutely very much like a sandwich. Fantastic point. I love that. Let's see. Fishity, I think, says, does Davey normally make guests? No, I hope not. I hope not. That's not the goal. We don't do this shit. This is not Fear Factor. We don't put people on specifically to make them nervous. Like, is
Please
cake?
don't make me eat a cockroach.
No, never. I never. I wouldn't even. No, I would never wish that on anybody. That's just not cool. Mr. WB, is cake just a sugary sandwich? Of course, absolutely. Yeah, I think so.
If it has filling,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. This is not. I've seen that question raised before. I think there's a lot to it. There's definitely a lot to it. But thank you for answering that question. Casey Afternoon says a good German chocolate though. Yeah, I'm good with that. Henderson, thank you. Good to see you tonight. Layer cake, definitely a sandwich.
This question is cursed.
Yeah, I know. This is now we're on a whole tangent with cakes and layer cakes and pineapple upside down cake, and it could go in
Hot dogs or flutes and cake with fillings or sandwiches. Let go.
Lego. Burr, burr, burr. And I think I mentioned this earlier, but CB Psych 86, thank you for the follow as well. All right, so I think that'll do it. Let's go ahead and close the queue. That was fantastic. What happened here? Layer Cake was also a good movie. What?
Layer cake. What?
So the cake is not a lie. How dare you, Minecraft? Is sandwich a meat cake?
Oh my god, it is a movie. Starring Daniel Craig, Sienna Miller, Tom Hardy, and what? That is like an all-star cast. Why have I never heard of this?
I heard it was a terrible. Is that the one where it had like all the stars and it was a terrible movie?
I mean, it got an 80% on Rotten
Oh,
Tomatoes.
okay, no, that was a good one. Okay, never mind.
The synopsis says an unnamed mid-level cocaine dealer, Daniel Craig, you guys, in London makes plans to step away from the criminal life. Before he can cut ties, the dealer's supplier, Jimmy Price, played by Kenneth Cranham, draws him into a complicated pair of jobs involving kidnapping the teenage daughter of a rival gangster, Michael Gambon, and brokering the purchase of a large shipment of ecstasy pills from a dealer known as the Duke, Jamie Foreman, leading to a series of elaborate double crosses from all corners.
That's as good a synopsis as you could ever hope for, folks. I mean, aren't you in the mood to watch that movie now, everybody? Casey Afternoon, why does she whisper the actor names?
I don't know. I don't
Just
know.
to emphasize that they're in parentheses, I think is the idea there. But
That's
Yeah.
probably it.
KZR, is this the prequel to Knives Out? I think it is, because it sounds like I remember there was a prequel to Knives Out. Was that maybe that's what that is? Yeah. Fidgety says habit from ASMR. It's funny. Hindu says, I think we have our next selection for movie night.
We've got to wait for Neil Breen. We've got to wait for the new movie to come out, Cade's Crossing. Love Neil Breen.
Love
Have you
it.
ever heard of Neil Breen, Davey?
I have not. I'm sorry to say. We need to.
Oh,
I owe you. I owe you that, everybody, to mush up on Neil Breen. Fidgety says Neil is life. Nice.
I'm gonna send you something after
Okay.
the stream, Davey, and you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. You're gonna laugh or you're gonna cry.
I love it. I'm here for it. I will await that. I will await that message. Someone get this man a Neil. No, but Jade is on it. Fuzzmaster, happy to report Jade is on it. I will receive this trailer in short order. You know, I have indeed. Oh, Chasing Sunsets, really? Oh my goodness! Wow, how's about it? Casey Afternoon, never heard of him either. Don't worry, Davey. Okay, no worries. Great. Well, I think we'll all educate ourselves on the greatness of Neil Breen. Neil Breen, yeah, Neil Breen. That's phenomenal. That's a good one. That's a good way to round this out. Fidgety says, I'm glad I could raise awareness of this movie. Well, we're grateful for it, Fidgety. Thank you so much for bringing that to our attention. All right. So I think, oh, Tony Boy's in the chat. What's going on? It's our good friend from the Sam fam. Welcome in, Tony. We've been having a great conversation with ASMR artist, teanyheals, who we all know as Jade.
Hello.
And it's great to see you here tonight, Tony. Welcome in. So, mods, let's go ahead and close the queue. You all have been fantastic in sending. This is one of the best rounds of random questions we've ever had on this on the show. So thank you so much, everyone, for the incredible creativity in your questions, and your participation means a lot here on this channel. So, Jade, you know, you were talking about. I don't remember if this is as we were starting or when we were getting into this, but you mentioned you were reflecting on your entire journey as a streamer, and particularly that as an ASMR streamer. And it sounds like things have really come to really great places. And if you look back on what you've done and what you can do in the future, how would you reflect on the past and the future as you continue your journey as an ASMR artist?
Obviously, it kind of comes down to the willingness to try new things and not be afraid of what the outcome is going to be. Listen in the world, and you're going to find a bunch of cool sounds that you will have never heard before. But as far as like starting out streaming 7 years ago as a zero and then becoming a hero, I would just say, like, don't give up. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of a break, a little bit of a reset, and look at things from a different angle and try something new, because you never know what the outcome is going to be, and it could really surprise you.
That's fantastic. I very well said, Jade. And Mr. WB, Jade is our hero. Love it. Schrader says Teeny is my hero. Chasing Senses, we love Jade. Yeah, I love that. You know, it's fair to say that you are an inspiration to a lot of us here within the Twitchverse, and it means a lot that you could spend time with us tonight. I don't want to keep you from your dinner too much longer, so I appreciate you being part of this. You know, I'll let you know we'd love to have you back for various things, including karaoke. If you were ever in the mood to do that with us, like, that would be really fun too. You know, I'll keep you in the loop on that. But last thing, like, anything we should be aware of as far as your channel, like what's coming up in the near future.
I just bought some awesome triggers that got in last night. They will
Nice.
be debuting tomorrow. 2 new triggers. One of them is kind of a meme, and you're gonna love it. And I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Not even the mods know.
Really?
So, yeah, it'll be a surprise for everybody. Yeah, I guess my 1 year of like kind of getting serious about ASMR is coming up in April.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe it's already to that point. Like that's crazy.
Well,
So I guess that's coming up.
okay. 1 year ASMR Streamerversary. That sounds great. We're all excited for you on that front. Jade, this has been really fun. Thank you again for being a part of this. I can't thank you enough for spending time with all of us tonight. And thanks to all of you in the chat. Stay with us. We'll keep chatting ourselves if you'd like to hang out with us a little bit more, everyone in chat. But Jade, I say goodnight. Enjoy. Just for us, if you want to mention on your Discord like what you ended up having for dinner, some people are saying they're speculating pie, they're speculating Subway. You are more than welcome to fulfill that curiosity for all of us to see. But thanks. This has been an absolute pleasure, and all the best to your channel. And congrats on the award too. Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was fun, and honestly, it's an honor to be on the show. And it's my first ever interview. Like this is kind of weird to be on this side of things because I'm like, what? Huh? You want to interview me? What? What did I do? So yeah, it's a huge honor, and I'm totally down for karaoke.
Let's go.
No cap.
No cap. All right, I'll let you know. It'll be sooner rather than later, that's for sure. Like in the next 2 months, within the next 2 months for sure. So I'll let you know.
Sweet.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. Well, Jade, take care. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you. And thank you to all my friends who came out and said hello. Like I appreciate the hell out of you guys. You're the best. Love you. Bye. Bye.
Take care, Jade. So awesome. Thank you so much again, folks. That was Teeny Heals, Jade. Really great to really explore the world of ASMR with her. If you missed any part of it, absolutely go in, check out our VOD after we're done with stream tonight, and you'll appreciate more of that. So we're gonna hang out together a little bit more. If you want to keep chatting about the genre or anything else, we'll stay here for a little bit. We'll do some just chatting, and we can even rank some college basketball logos later in the program. But it is really, thank you so much, Jade. Thank you. That was really fun, and glad to be a part of that, everyone. Veggie says she seems nice. I should give her a follow. That's really great. So while we keep chatting together, everybody, I do want to remind you of a couple things come up in the pipeline. Next week's guests is also going to be really fun. I'll tell you more about that in a moment. But again, follow our friend Teany Heals on at Teany Heals. If you click on the name in our title, you can follow the Teany Heals channel, and there's also teanygames where there are video games as well. So let's just discuss. If there's anything you want to talk about, let's talk. We'll talk for another another hour or so, and we'll gladly share your thoughts and whatever you want, whatever is under the sun for you. Let us see what we got here. But protein pie says chasing sunsets. Very curious to see where that ends up happening. KZR says, thanks for the interview, Jade and Dave. Absolutely. Oh my goodness, KZR, thank you for joining us tonight. I really am grateful to have you all here. The Sandwich Show is so much better when we get the participation of a streamers community, and you all really came through tonight. So I owe you all so much respect for that. That's phenomenal stuff. Now, we mentioned that Jade had met a lot of cool people on the Twitch platform. One of them is TylerLevsMusic. And we're going to play some of Tyler's music as we roll into the next hour of the program. Chasing Sunsets says, and join the Discord. You know what? I need to check up and double check on that as well. I need to follow up on that as well, Chasing Sunsets. But here he is. Yeah, TylerLevs. What a voice. It's good stuff, folks. So here's a shout out. In case you were not already following, here's the shout out to our friend TylerLevsMusic. Coming out of New England. Now listen to that, isn't that?
Weapons, volume as leverage, surprised that you're still here. Man-made monster, lover, imposter. The monster is only human. I just wish that we could reset.
Yeah, for sure. Jade says many bops from TylerLevs. He's great. Absolutely. Love the emails in the chat. Love it, everybody. Okay, right on. Have a good lurk, Jade. Enjoy your dinner. I love it. Mr. WV says that Baby Shark rendition is top tier. Love it, love it, love it. True story. And by the way, wasn't it great that we got Nims to make a cameo in the show tonight too? Wasn't that awesome, everybody? So nice to meet Nims face to face. That was so cool. I really enjoyed that. Chasing Sunsets says, let us know what kind of pie you get, Jade. The chat is dead set on Jade getting pie tonight. They are committed to the idea that pie will be Jade's dinner. Fidgety says, Jade's away. Now we can tell all the funny stories. Well, let's hear it. Some might say a cameo. A cameo! That's fantastic. I love that, Mr. WB. Cameo. That is so good. That's. I think that needs to be patented, Mr. WB. Cameo. That's the way to do it. Cameo. I feel like we need to do $3 for. Oh, did I mention the comment from Rothgar? Oh my goodness, I think I forgot. But Jade, if you can hear this, Rothgar says you must assess the missing of the pie day by baking 3 14/100ths of a pie. So 3 pies and then 14/100ths of a pie to make up the difference. But I thought that was funny. Oh man, wait. You know I am so that's a bummer. Everything. Jade says, "Oh my God, everywhere is closed. I'm making food." Jade says, "No." Oh man, that stinks. Eesh. It's funny, like we're more or less on West Coast time. Like Jade is like in Mountain Time, I'm on Pacific Time, but stuff does close early. Even it's interesting. Like you get to 9 o'clock and it's just like all the good food tends to close down. So that's. Oh, you get to make the sandwich. Let's go. The one you were talking about. The sandwich. Oh, I love this. I love this. 10:58, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here. Fidgety. It is indeed. Speaking of time, Rothgar says that I should be off. Have a great rest. Absolutely, Rothgar. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and thank you for your awesome ideas. Like, I hope one of these days I have the time to bake 3 14/100ths of a pie. I'd love to measure that and see what that's about. But anyway, Rothgar, it's so great to see you again. Have a great rest of your night. It's so nice to see you, Rothgar. Everybody, Rothgar Aurora, great friend of the Sam fam here. KZR says, yes, the sandwich that is also a meat cake. Mr. WB says, McDonald's do have Shamrock Shakes now. Get them while they got them. You know what's funny, Mr. WB? I've never had one. And all this, they've done this every year for a bunch of years. And I literally went to McDonald's tonight. And I forgot to get the Shamrock Shake. Again. I gotta remember one of these days to go over there. I know. Let's see. Fuzzmaster Elite. Based on the Teeny nom emote, can we assume that Teeny's favorite pizza is pepperoni? Fuzzmaster says, tastes so much better when I was a kid. Yeah, it's a tragedy. I need to fix that tragedy with the Shamrock Shake. Especially, like, Fidgety says, Shamrock Shake's the one time a year I let McDonald's hurt me, and I think it's worth it. Dang it! I better hurry up, too. I think they're going to take them off pretty soon, you know, once they get to April. Shamrock Shakes are off the board by that point. KZR says, come to think of it, I don't think I've ever tried the McRib. Wow! Really? Wow! That is news, KZR. That is news. If you've never tried the McRib. Now, it's only out like 2 weeks out of the year every 2 to 3 years. But they've been doing it for many years, right? So if you do ever end up running out into a McRib at some point, I would love to see what you think of it. Hopefully you like it. Yeah. It's not, you know, it's not that, it's obviously not a top tier like ingredient thing, but it's just something about it that's satisfying. We talked about that in a previous sandwich show. KCR says, I know. I feel so uncultured. I know. I hear you. But it's definitely something you gotta try at least once if you can. If you can, you know. Yeah. Man. The Shamrock Shake just looks good, you know. It looks like, it kind of reminds me of pistachio ice cream. I'm sure it doesn't taste like pistachio ice cream, but it looks like pistachio ice cream. Or mint chocolate chip ice cream. So that's probably what they were going for. It looks very, very good. Looks very good. Mr. WB, they even have a Shamrock and Oreo McFlurry. What? What? Oh, I gotta have in on that. That sounds fantastic. Wow. Oh man, that's a call. That's a call. Incredible stuff. And I love these ideas, everybody. Like, these are great ideas. I should get a sponsor from them. I know it. Oh, by the way, everyone in our chat, I would like for you to mention that. So we do have our Sticks community challenge coming up. I mean, our community challenge is actually underway now, and you can contribute as many as 2,000 points to the challenge tonight. We also have a lot of point redeems, which enable a lot of different segments on the sandwich show. And I forgot to mention that earlier in the stream because we were just having such a spirited conversation with Jade. But yes, there are so many different things you can do. In addition to Bean Boozled, you can do the Mentos trick. You can do a starting lineup redeem. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in the points redeem section of the chat. Thank you, Fidgety! I really appreciate those 250 points. Very, very nice. Like, let's see where we're at with the piano stream, the Sticks challenge. Wow, 68%. Yeah, this is moving. Good times. Good stuff. So yeah, I mean, that dinner question was really a top tier question from Jade earlier. Sure, and all 6 stream stunts. Yeah, I do declare it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun. I've been playing some of the songs already, like offline. These songs are great. These songs are going to be These songs are going to be really fun to play, and I think I feel confident that that they will be fun to listen to as well. I'm still not over the pancakes blasphemy. Oh no, it's an ongoing debate. I will say, Mr. WB. It's an ongoing debate for sure. You do Mentos with Kirk and it doesn't cause a disaster. Well, I don't know if I wouldn't say that. but a lot of times we keep it under control. Yes. Very curious. Well, if you're curious, let's just try it. 1 second, I got it right here. All right. Okay, folks, let's give the Mentos trick a try tonight. So we do it on a much smaller scale. We just use a single serve size bottle of Diet Coke, and so it takes 2 Mentos tablets to make this run. There they are. So we're gonna. If you get Coke all over your PC, it's not my fault. No, not your fault. You are absolved of responsibility. It's already happened too. Never your fault. Anyone in our Sam Fam chat. Casey, I love it. But you see, the thing about the Mentos is they taste so good. It's tempting to not eat them before you get to the point of using them for Mentos. But we've been disciplined this time, so let's go ahead and try this out, everybody. All right, let's see. 2 Mentos tablets tonight. I actually, because we have such a great crowd, I'm gonna do 3 tonight. 3 tonight, and then we'll see how this goes. Here we go. All right, ready to do the thing. Oh, okay, no worries, Fidgety. Have a great lurk. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Yep. 3 in a row. Tess. Here we go. All right, Fidgety. Hopefully you can do this on your way. Jade has the popcorn ready. I know. We're gonna have to back up for this one. Holy cow. All right. You know what? It's interesting. I'm trying to line them up. This is an interesting challenge. Okay, I got it. Here we go. That worked out all right. We kept that shit under control. Nice. All right. So yeah, no. It had all sorts of potential, folks. It really did. Thank you so much I hope you all enjoyed that. Good times. Thank you for the claps, everyone. Yeah, that's very nice. Thank you so much for the claps, though. If that was like 2 liters, you'd be effed right now. Oh, absolutely. Hey, we want to take a look at what that looked like. There was one stream when we did our streamiversary last year where we did a 2-liter bottle of Mentos, and we did that, but I didn't do that here. We did it in a different room. So let me show that to you. Let me just get the clip up for you, and then we'll put that together for you. And away we go. Let's go jump this up. All right. I thought I had the 2-liter. Oh, geez. Maybe I can look for it here. Oh, yeah, I found it. There it is. All right, folks. So here's what that looked like. All right. So now I present to you the 2-liter bottle Mentos trick as performed during the 1-year Twitchiversary stream here on the Sandwich Show about a year ago. About 23-ish months ago. Let's enjoy. All right, just cue this up in a second. And let's go.
Luis, yes, the stream is in the background. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
That's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Wow.
Oh, wow. That went all the way to the ceiling. So wasn't that, it really was though, wasn't it? Like, isn't that just amazing stuff, folks? Like, that was, so we did that as a sub goal during the subathon for our 1-year show. It's amazing stuff. That E-flat guy, who is a phenomenal piano player, was watching that with me. Ryan was my guest during that hour of the show. So we got to enjoy that trick together. It was awesome. It was awesome, folks. It was really fun. So we could bring that back. I think we could bring that back. Mr. WB, Davies' tax write-off is 50% Coke and Mentos. I think the other 50% would have been Bean Boozled. Casey says, thanks for humoring me since I didn't have enough points to redeem. Absolutely. I was really glad to do that. Like, it's really fun to demonstrate these redeems to folks who are new to our channel, and I really appreciate your enthusiasm for it. It was a good time for sure. Good times. But thus sandwich in progress. Exciting, folks. Exciting. I love it. I love it so much. Let's see. Oh! Oh my goodness. I'm scared. I'm scared because, like, how do you roast someone who's so nice? You're too nice. You're too nice, Jade. You're too nice. It's impossible for me to roast you. You're too good. Boom, roasted. Oh my goodness. Mr. WB Davey, was an absolute pleasure to get to experience such a wonderful sandwich. Glad Jade brought me here, and I look forward to catching more streams, but I must rest my weary butt for the night. Thank you, Mr. WB. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. It's really nice meeting you here, and we'd love to have you back anytime. Absolutely. Oh, wow. Jade not having it. Jade not having it. Jade not having it. Oh, my goodness. Roast me, damn it. Wow. Oh, Jordy, what's going on? Nice to see you again. Welcome, Jordy. We just had a great conversation with teanyheals, who is currently in the chat asking for a proper roasting, which is, as I mentioned, this is going to be a challenge. Okay, we'll try another one. Okay. Oh, wow. What do you do with this? This is, like, there's nothing bad. What am I going to say? Like, okay. I think the one thing I'm trying to think, was there anything I can go on? But we're doing great, Jordy. It's good to see you. How are you doing, by the way, today? Okay. I gotta do a roast. I'm doing a roast. I want to do a roast. I want to do a good roast. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's the roast. Now look, we got much respect to Jade and much respect to Jade and the streaming in the ASMR community. I mean, it's a really great hang. But let's be honest, I think Nims is going to have a better channel in the future. Like once Nims gets our streaming, it's going to end up being a better hit than Jade's streaming. Am I right? Boom, roasted. I don't know if that was good. I did the best I could. I'm sorry, everybody. I hope that. Boom, roasted there. Nibs heels featuring Teeny Jade. Yeah, I appreciate you, everybody. Thank you for entertaining that. Like, but it's like, yeah, Nims is the real star on that channel. I guess boom, roasted. Mr. WB's response is phenomenal, though. Do have a great night, Mr. WB. I really want to thank you again for hanging out with us tonight. Oh, man. Queen Toasty says, I've had stream on the TV while I do some chores and just want to say this is such a fun space. I love the vibe, and your stream is so creative and nice. Still lurking, but thank you for streaming. Absolutely. Queen Toasty, that's such a nice thing. That's very, really nice. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Really nice compliment. Thank you for the follow, Casey Afternoon. That means so much. Like, that's exactly what I was hoping for. You know, coming to stream. I love to have fun, and I think this is really a great venue for fun. Like Twitch, streaming in general is like a really great place to show all the goof, all the nonsense I'm up to. But it's really great to hang out with you. So thank you so much. Toasty, I really appreciate it. Feel free to come back anytime. We do all sorts of fun things here. In fact, I'll give you like a little bit of a exclusive sneak peek, which I haven't told anyone else yet. I'm not gonna say when I'm doing it, but pretty soon we're gonna have a Wheel of Donuts stream. Wheel of Donuts. So there's a wheel, like a virtual wheel, and we'll spin the wheel, and it can land on any of like a dozen different types of donuts, and then whichever one it lands on, I'll try that donut, and we'll see how it tastes, how it looks, and everything. But you know how like Wheel of Fortune has bankrupts? Well, on the wheel we're gonna have Bean Boozleds. So when it lands on a Bean Boozled, I have to do one of these instead of a donut. So that's gonna be Wheel of Donuts. So we'll do that for, I don't know, about an hour. But yeah, well, have a great night, Mr. WBs. Hope to see you soon as well. So good to see you tonight. And it all just kind of came to me like this afternoon. I'm like, that's a stream. We're gonna do that as a stream. Mr. Donut stream is gonna be a stream. Like, Wheel of Donuts for the stream is gonna be. You should include maple glazed donuts. Absolutely, absolutely. Maple bars, I think, will be one of the choices on the wheel. That sounds so fun. Yeah, I agree. I'm really excited now. All of a sudden, like, this has all the makings. Like this, with or without the Bean Boozled, this has all the makings. It could be a really, really fun time. Nana Mayo bars. I'd love to if they had them. I'll go check and see what the donut shop has that bar. But I'm thinking like cronuts, I'm thinking coolers, I'm thinking... I forgot to investigate Old Fashioned, but Old Fashioned should be on there too. Do you ever have the sour cream donut? Like the sour cream glaze? Like chocolate donut with a sour cream glaze? That is like an amazing donut. Like that is just top tier donut. Like that's a fantastic donut. Not in my old bars might be more of a specialty bakery thing, says Queen Toasty. They're a Canadian specialty though. Oh. Queen says, oh, sour cream glaze is delicious. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. It's cool to have company in that area, but yeah, they really are. They really are. You might not think sour cream, how's that gonna taste good? It tastes great. Like, trust me, it tastes amazing. All right, the champion's been up nice. All right, let's give it a look. 1 second, folks. Let us see the sandwich. Let us see the sandwich, folks. Jade has posted. Oh my lord, this looks fun, fantastic. My goodness, folks. Okay, give me just a second. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna put this on screen. Friends, this sandwich. And by the way, thank you for joining the Discord, Jade. Thank you so much. We will reach out to all of you on Discord when we schedule that karaoke stream coming up later in the spring. But folks, look at this sandwich. Oh my lord. That is it. It has all the things. It has the pickles and the turkey and the cheese and the Colby Jack, the spinach, the tomato, the mayonnaise, the bread. This is a great sandwich, Jade. Look at this awesome sandwich. Like, this is absolutely top tier. That sandwich. I think it's gonna be amazing if like this is the thumbnail for the stream. We've been on with Jade for like a good portion of the stream, and then like the thumbnail is just gonna be the sandwich. Oh man, that's another great. But either way, that's a great sandwich. And KZR says, "Now I'm hungry again." Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Jade. This is a phenomenal sandwich. Just kind of like speaks to the creativity. Let me move my cursor, but that looks awesome. Well, let's just sit on this for a moment. Appreciate the nuances of this great sandwich, my friends. Yeah, I'm with you, KZR. Starting to get the hunger pangs. That looks fantastic. Yeah. Tyler Loves is pumped up for this thing. He's into it. You can hear it in his voice. Like he's, yeah. Gosh, this looks great. But yeah, props, Jade. Phenomenal. Oh, very nice, Jordy. I love it. Jordy, we've been asking around our chat, like, what is everybody having for dinner tonight? And feel free to respond as well if you'd love to hear from you as well, Jordy. I have fries from McDonald's. There was a McCrispy sandwich on this plate earlier in the stream. It was pretty good. It wasn't that spicy, but I still liked it. It was very, very good. Love the pickles. Good bun too. Yeah. Great stuff. Chicken soup from KZR. Oh, that's a good one. Chicken soup is a classic. Jordy says I had carne asada and chicken. Oh my god, that sounds good. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that sounds like a good dinner. Jordy, props to you. Great dinner. Fantastic dinner, my friend. Oh, I love it. Lateral! Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Let's go give mods. Mods? Can we give Lateral Toaster a shout out in the chat? Lateral Toaster is a pretty slick musician on Twitch. It's nice to see you. Now I know that Lateral Toaster, if I remember correctly, no, maybe not. Oh wow. Lateral says I'm fun. Happy to catch you tonight. Likewise, it's great to see you. How's everything going? How are the streams going? So good to see you. Hey, Stuart, what's going on? Well, since you're here, Stuart, let me go shout out your daughter, Jillian, as well. And I know that Lateral knows Jillian, and Jillian knows Lateral, so it's really good to see you all coming together. So good to see you tonight, my friend. Lateral, we had a really great discussion. We really had a really great conversation tonight with one of the most awesome ASMR streamers around, teanyheals. It was a great spot. And you can catch the replay once we raid out tonight. But Lateral, while we're here, we'd love to hear what you had for dinner. We've been asking that question tonight. That's like our question of the night. What are you having for dinner? We don't really know. Oh, okay. No. Understood. Casey says, I had a bowl of cereal, then some beans and rice, then some cottage cheese. Not a classic dinner, but whatevs. Those are all pretty good, though. Bowl of cereal. We are all Canadian, so we know each other. No, I got you. But yeah, Lateral, we're here. It's nice to see you. We have a community challenge as well. For me to play 3 straight hours of Styx songs. The classic rock band Styx. And so any of you in our chat can contribute up to 2,000 points to that challenge tonight. And we're also open to any redeems, including the one from Jordy12. And Stuart says I was here looking during the interview. Oh, okay, right on. Well, it's good to see you, Stuart. Hope you're doing well. I had I don't know how it's called in English, butter chicken. Oh, I am familiar with butter chicken. Butter chicken, Indian food, right? So good. Toasty says I had chips dipped in Greek yogurt, and Casey says, Toasty, that is not a dinner. And I agree, butter chicken, Casey says butter chicken is phenomenal. I completely concur. Butter chicken is fantastic. Lateral, that's awesome. You had an awesome dinner for sure. Lateral says we are all cold. In Canada, yeah. Butter chicken, but from Ricardo, not really Indian, but really great. That just sounds really great. Different variants of butter chicken are always welcome. Butter chicken is a great call. It seems like it's more of a thing in Canada than the US, but still, like either way, like we have plenty of places for butter chicken here in the States. I've had it. Yeah, I love it. It's really rich too. It's just terrific stuff. All right, folks. So Jordy12 has redeemed furniture catalog snarking. Jordy says, I love me some chicken curry. So good. Yeah, chicken curry good too. It's a good one. Absolutely. All right, so here's how this works. Furniture catalog snarking. This catalog features a wealth of overpriced furniture. Oh, I think I know what's going on. It's this thing. Okay, so here we go. What ridiculous furniture shall we lampoon tonight? This seems like a good candidate. Well, I think we've done this before, but how would you like to sit at a table where the chairs are shorter than the table, and the table looks like it's 2 feet tall? I mean, you're gonna have horrible posture issues with this catalog. I mean, with these chairs. I mean, that's just not comfortable looking at all, is it, folks? It's Jillian's table, 2 feet tall. Lateral toaster. That's funny. Yeah, this is kind of, yeah. It's like you could kneel. It's like you could kneel on the floor and be higher than higher up than if you were sitting on it. So you're wondering, how much does this all cost? Well, I will tell you. The dining table costs $3,430. This is just the table, Now the chair, this is for one chair, $1,275 for this one chair. So if two of them would be twice that amount. And this chandelier that just happens to be floating over it, the chandelier costs, that's outrageous. Vintage brass shown in 3 finishes and multiple sizes, starting at $12,695. I mean, you could go to Goodwill and find like something that looks almost the same, and it would cost like $5. Like... Carlo, so good to see you. Shout out to our friend Carlo. Oh my goodness, welcome in, my friend. Carlo, it's so good to see you. Unlurk, I'm in the wrong business. Relurk. At that price, you can't afford not to buy it. This is Casey. I know. Stuart says cheap at any price. It really is, honestly. And friends, if you're not familiar with our friend, the Streamscribe is an incredible master of word art. I would highly recommend following the Streamscribe. Just a fantastic hang. A great friend of ours here on the Sandwich Show. Our good friend Carlo has developed a logo for this year's Borkfest, which is a raid train we're doing on April the 2nd. This is going to be an amazing event. So the way it works is that, it's a collection of gaming streamers, music streamers, makers and craft streamers, and just chatting streamers, like ones like, or variety streamers for all intents and purposes. One shows like the show we do over here on the Sandwich Show. So we're all going to do things that are completely different from what we normally do. So you'll see musicians cooking. You'll see makers and crafters perhaps singing. You know, you might see people doing sports. It's going to be completely out of control, and we're here for it. So the Borkfest is on April 2nd. It's going to be really great stuff. We'll do some full-out promos pretty soon. You will see that in socials as well. So follow us on socials at Davies Eating a Sandwich on all the platforms. Queen Toasty says, I used to work in home finishing, and one of our new guys dropped a live power sander and a stain rag on whoa, how much? On a $10,000 Italian maple dining room table. Oh no. Oh, that's rough. Yikes. I feel so bad for that guy. That had to have been gnarly. The aftermath of that had to have been really gnarly. Holy cow. That is just nuts. He then ran away as fast as he could. This is Casey. I know, right? Yeah, there are all our socials. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. We'll tell you more about Borkfest coming up pretty soon. If you're interested in being part of Borkfest, there are 4 time slots available. More details on that on our Discord. !Discord. And you can find your way there. Queen Toasted says he did, but he was also an ex-con, so he probably wasn't risking it. Oh, wow. Wow, Queen Toasty. Holy shit. Wow. Oh my god. Nothing to lose, huh? Hey! GS7 is in the chat! Grand Scroll, can we give a shout out to Grand Scroll Master? You are very cool. You're very welcome for the raid. Oh my goodness, it's great to see you, by the way. Grand Scroll Master says, hey, Davey, thanks for the raid the other day. Just checking out your stream to see what you're all about. This is the gist of it. We do interviews on this program. Tonight we had teanyheals, an ASMR artist. Really great conversation. If you'd like to see the replay of that, it's coming up after you raid out. You can check the replay right here on Twitch. And we just feature interviews with all kinds of cool people on this platform. I also play music too. I play some piano on certain nights, and I do some gaming on certain nights. And I'm also doing fun challenges like the Wheel of Donuts, which is coming up soon at an undetermined time. We also have an automaton stream coming tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. And more than that, you all in our community can extend the length of the stream with bits and subs. Otherwise, we have even without them, we have a solid hour of automaton time. And this is our automaton right here. This is Ruben. Now Ruben's had a day. Ruben can't talk. Ruben is saving his voice for tomorrow. So Ruben is just kind of whispering. But yeah, it's a meep. Ruben is a meep as well. So we're excited to hear more from our friend Ruben tomorrow. And you can request songs for our Ruben the Meep automaton to sing. It's gonna be great. So there will be a button in our chat tomorrow to request songs. You can type in the name of the artist and the song that you want to hear, and that's what we're gonna do tomorrow night. Very excited to do that with everybody. Yeah. I mean, our friend knows this is a big show, so Ruben does not want to blow this. So I'm gonna go let you go. Yeah. Okay. Normally Ruben would be very chatty, but Ruben knows he needs to save his voice for this big shit stream tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we invite all of you to join us for that. It shall be a really fun time. But how is it going, Grand Scroll Master? What have you been up to? Yes, Wheel of Donuts. All right. So let me see if I can show you a preview of the Wheel of Donuts. Best wishes, Ruben, says Grand Scroll Master. I appreciate that, GSM. Yeah. That's very kind of you to say. I think Ruben's gonna do great. Tomorrow. Really looking forward to it. This is definitely the biggest show Ruben's ever had on the Sandwich Show. Okay, so let's give you guys a look at the Wheel of Donuts. Edit the wheel. Can you change the name? If I go to this. Yes, you can change it. Okay. Wheel of Donuts. There it is. So you have all the different types of donuts, which we'll have to select from to taste, and also 2 Bean Boozled spaces. If it lands on Bean Boozled, I will have to eat a Bean Boozled instead of a donut for that spin. So you can see the different types of choices, many different types of choices, from blueberry cake to maple. You have Boston cream, raspberry jelly, bear claw, all the classics are involved. And I'm going to try to implement a cronut as well, and some other unique choices. This should be a really, really fun time. I have not determined when to do this. Actually, I have, but I will not announce it yet, but it will be announced pretty soon. So, but we will do a donut stream pretty soon. So we're really excited about that. Do you run out of certain flavors at the end of the day? I'm kind of wondering about that myself. I don't know. I don't plan to do Wheel of Donuts for an extremely long time, so the idea is that you just eat one bite of whichever donut it is. But if there are enough spins, you might run out of donuts at the end of that. Yeah. So I guess what you might do is you might just remove some spaces from the wheel, and then that gets really interesting. So it's a great question, Grand Scroll Master. I don't actually know. It's gonna be part of the adventure. We'll see if we have enough time to. If we have enough time to put that all together, and if we can taste all the donuts, or will we run out of donut at certain points? That's exciting. I don't know. Just be sure to have a light breakfast today. Yeah, absolutely. Just in case. Yeah, absolutely. I did not know, by the way, speaking of Bean Boozled, I was not aware that Jade actually did Bean Boozled. That, I don't wish that on anybody, and I'm glad she survived, and yes, it is wise that she has no intention of doing that ever again, because it's an experience. It's an experience. And then get up and run the next morning. Oh yeah, that's absolutely gonna have to happen. We're gonna have to do a big old run after that. Casey, you're right. You're so right about that. Yeah, there's no doubt. It's gonna be an epic run out of necessity. So let's see where we're at. Okay, let's see who's on right now. This might be a pretty good time to raid out, but I'm not sure yet. Not an adventure for the gluten-free by the sounds of it, says Grand Scroll Master. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that would be kind of, yeah, that would be just all the nuts. Yeah. They do have gluten-free donuts though. I mean, that much I think I'm familiar with, so it should be really good. All right, let's see. Couple of interesting choices here. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah. So, as long as we're here, what are your all's favorite donuts? What are your all's favorite types of donuts? Do you have this one stand out to you? A lot of good ones out there. And then there might be different ones in different regions too, so depending on where you live, there could be all sorts of really great donuts for you. Feel free to chip in on that comment, on that topic. I was curious what kind of donuts everyone enjoys. Oh, crullers, yes. Honey cruller, wow. GSM, that sounds really good. Honey cruller. I mean, just the regular cruller sounds great, but a honey cruller, even better. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What's gonna do here? Oh yeah, my answer is blueberry cake. Blueberry cake is it for me. Blueberry cake is really good. And then I think the second one would be like chocolate raised. So blueberry cake and chocolate raised are like my two go-tos. Really, really good. And then I mentioned sour cream, which is like number 3. Man, it's good. A lot of good ones. Yeah. Casey says chocolate crodo is very good. GSM says it's the Tim Horton Canadian thing. Tim Hortons, yeah. Now here's the thing. So Dunkin' here in the States is known for donuts, but they're more the coffee is more popular these days. Their donuts are pretty mediocre, so I'm not very impressed with them. Would you say that Tim Horton donuts are better, are higher quality donuts than average, or are they kind of similar in a similar boat to the what's it called, the to Dunkin'? They should have Tim Hortons and Canadian Tire. Oh, do they not? Do they? Or is it to say that they have them, or that they should have them? Or meaning they should have them as in, I believe they have them, or they should have them as in, why don't they have them? And in both cases, I think your point is valid. I think that's a great question. From Lateral Toaster. Oh, really? Canadian Tire has everything but no donuts. That is peculiar, because I definitely had that impression that Canadian Tire had quite literally everything. Everything. It's like a complete store. That seems like a fixable situation. GSM says I do like the Krispy Kreme better than Timmy's. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, Krispy Kreme's definitely got a real punch to them. Lateral says not in Quebec, maybe in Ontario. Well, we'll have to consult our friends in Ontario about that one, won't we? Particularly our good friends in Ottawa. We'll see if that is in fact the case there. Like, if they don't have donuts, that's just tough to visualize. Yeah. Like, what if, do they have churros? If they don't have do they have churros if they have donuts? Like, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Are tires just big donuts? Maybe, says Lateral. Yeah. They could be. Uh-oh. Okay. Took care of that, I think. So the question, I think, is simply... Let's see. Mostly the grab snacks at Crappy Tire. It's just like factory made stuff? Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Let's do the thing. Casey says, I gotta run, but this is a lot of fun. Came for Teeny, stayed for Davey. Hope to catch you again soon. Well, thank you, Casey. Thank you. I hope to catch you again soon, too. You've been really fun tonight as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and I'm really glad to meet you, by the way. It's really nice to get to know you, and we hope to see you again. NGNZ, thank you so much for the follow. But Casey, have a great rest of your night. I really appreciate. Thank you. I really appreciate those kind words, and best wishes to you as well. And we're looking forward to seeing you again pretty soon. Good morning, gamers. Good morning to you too. All right. Anybody with a question before we go? I am just about ready to raid, but and I think I'm gonna raid. The question is, do you want to stay? Do you want to raid? How would we position this? Do you want to raid? Or would you like to go? I've kind of lost my train of thought, but do you want to stay on theme or do you want to go way off theme is my question. So where we raid depends on how you all feel about that. Do you want to stay on theme from what we've been talking about tonight? Or do you want to really go off theme and do something completely different? And I'm glad to accommodate either one. But NGNC is very nice to meet you, my friend. Welcome in. We do a lot of things here on the Sandwich Show. We have interviews, and we also chat, and we also play music. Go wherever I want to. Sounds like a plan. I'm no help here. I will say though, Lateral, I believe one of the choices you will appreciate. I think you will appreciate one of the choices, and I may lean toward that choice. We'll see. But Casey's Stuart Hayek must choose. Well, that could get dangerous. If Stuart Hayek chooses, that could get dangerous. I'd be interested to hear the choice though. Oh man, yeah. I'm always interested in Stuart's ideas, regardless. You know, that's always a thing. Let's troll Stuart. Easier said than done, man. Stuart's a great troll himself, so it's always a great challenge to do so. But listen, I'm all about the challenge, Lateral. Let's do it. I'm with you. Let's go. Let's troll Stuart. Yeah. Jets suck. No. He's probably asleep at this hour. Yeah. Probably. Jets suck. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. All right, so let's I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Folks, this has been really fun. Thank you again, everyone, for hanging out with us tonight. This has been a tremendous conversation, tremendous show, and I highly recommend watching the replay if you missed any part of it. This has been a really fun night. So all of my big time thanks to Teanyheals. Thank you, Tina. It says so fun. I agree. It was very fun. Here's the link to follow Teanyheals and teanygames if you want to check out Jade's work here on Twitch. I completely recommend following both channels. And we'll be seeing Teeny tomorrow at her channel, at her ASMR channel, Teanyheals. And always a good time. So take care for now, everyone. And we're gonna run some credits to thank so many people who with bits, so many people with subs and follows tonight. Truly a great time. Grand Scroll Master, nice to meet you, Davey. I'll check the bot. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Likewise, back at you, my friend. It was really great to see you again, GSM. I look forward to seeing your channel, and likewise, Lateral Toaster. It's really great to see you. I'll see you soon too, hopefully, Lateral. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Tina, can we get shout outs to GSM and Lateral as well on our way out? And then we'll head on over. Do you want to give a special shout out to our mutual friend, our friend King, our mutual friend King Downbreaker, who celebrated 2 years tonight on Twitch, and it was really great to see King hanging out with us earlier in the evening at King Downbreaker. Much love, King. I hope the rest of your stream went great. And I'm sorry I couldn't catch any more of it. The traffic was so bad getting back. I pretty much was when I got home. It was pretty much time to stream. So but I was glad to hang out with you for a little bit. And let's go start the raid. We're gonna go. Thank some folks. Do the credits, and then we're gonna go raid out. It should be really fun. So, you're very welcome, GSM. Absolutely. So let's thank some folks. Lots of people to thank. Thank you, Teeny, for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you so much for the cheers, energy games. Thank you for your mod help tonight, Tina and Aaron. Aaron should be on there, but Aaron and Renee866 was with us for the big part of the show. Look at all the followers. Thank you everybody who followed tonight. So many cool followers. And Tammy, thank you for the resub at the beginning of the show. I thought there was one other one. And Derek with the raid. Yeah, our good friend Derek WW. Thank you so much for the raid. I'll check. Is there another? Okay, so that looks like Tammy's the only one that I see, but a lot of follows tonight. We hope to have you all back soon. We will be back tomorrow. When we have the Automaton stream. You don't want to miss it. 8:30 Eastern tomorrow night, right here on the Sandwich Show. It's going to be complete hilarity, and you can pick the songs, and you can also extend the length of the stream with bits and subs. So we're really excited about that. King, it's so good to see you. Welcome back. I hope the rest of your stream went well. Like I mentioned, I'm just really great. Congrats on the 2 years. I cannot wait to do this Automaton stream. Feel free to suggest any kind of song as long as I'm familiar with it. I'd be glad to do it. But that automaton stream tomorrow is going to be epic. I'm looking forward to it. It should be really fun times. And just as were the fun times hanging out with Jade tonight. Really great conversation. And definitely recommend the VOD tonight, folks. Good times. And more information on our Discord, !Discord, if you want to hang out with us there. We'll keep updating on what's happening on the show. And Porkfest, our upcoming raid train, coming up at the beginning of next month. And if you want to be part of it, message me. Because we are looking for 4 slots. And 2 of them, we kind of have a soft reservation. But there are 2 that we don't. So plenty of room for all of you to join us on this Porkfest adventure on April the 2nd. So there's a lot going on. Thank you for posting the link, King. And much love, friends. So we are going to raid. Let me just make absolutely sure. I need to make absolutely sure. So I'm going to have to turn this down for a second. Got to make sure the destination tonight is not on its like 9th hour stream or something like that. Well, I don't want to make that mistake again. I think we can do this. I think we can do this time. Okay. So, here's the plan. We are going to go. Oh yeah, thank you for the raid calls. King, thank you for the raid calls too. Awesome. Okay, so we are going to do this. Let us go and say hello to our good friend Dodgy. We're going to go raid Dodgeball TTV tonight. And it looks like they're in the middle of a lot of fun over there. Give me just a second to calculate this. Follow Dodgeball TTV once we get there. And it shall be really... This is gonna... I mean, it's a really fun channel. Like, if you love Dodgeball, you're gonna love this place. It's gonna be a good time. So let's go. Let's start the raid. We're gonna hang out. Do I still have something up here? Nope. This is it. So let's go. Dodgeball TTV. Give our friend a follow when we get there. It's always fun. It's sports. What can't you love about it? Dodgeball is always fun. And he's a fun guy. So let's go say hi to Dodgy. Give our friend a follow if you're not already. And copy the raid calls. We're gonna head on over and watch some balls dodging people, or watch some people try to dodge balls. It gets intense. You'll see. But thanks again to all of you. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow for the automaton stream. And thanks again. We'll make sure to follow the raid, clear the raid tag, and say hi to Dodgeball TTV. Give our friend a follow too. And you will want to anyway, because it's a really fun time. So good night, all. Thanks again. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.